When we last left off, our intrepid heroes made their way to the great elemental wind temple at the very peak of Stormvale, the highest point, nearly touching the clouds. And there, with the help of the Raven Queen, performed a great ritual that turned the valley's endless storms into holy water and deluged out all the undead. There is no longer a white queen. There is no longer a evil princess here. We might as well not call this the White Marsh anymore. This is just the marsh.
It's too underwater to be simply a marsh. It's called the bog currently.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. The boog. Because, yeah, the party secured 12 successes on a 10 threshold ritual and no failures whatsoever, and dumped a lot of high-level spells in there. So, pop, go all the Zombonis, basically. The party doesn't know this quite yet, but one of the white princesses will survive, but effectively every named white other than her and their entire army has been reduced to ash. Good job. As reward for this effort, Genoa gave the party a solid chunk of treasure from her great big hoard, including a ring which resonated with an elemental brand Ursula got on her chesticles. She discharged the magic into the ring, which opened up a portal inside. The party stepped through, and that's the last Tarn seen of them. After about 3 days of waiting around and just practicing his swordplay. The goblin's a bit tired of waiting, I imagine.
Little bit.
And so, he sets off from Genoa's temple back into the march. It is still raining tremendously this entire time. You can see the river is overflowing its banks into the forest. There are many new lakes forming all around. The poor centaurs have had to evacuate the valley for fear of drowning. But there are no signs of any undead afoot. Not that they really could be afoot in this weather. And so, you're free to go where you will.
Yeah, it's not bad for the centaurs. I can't imagine it's good for other people. The orcs might be alright. Their camp is up on
Yeah, they're in the
a
hills.
hill. Yeah.
They're probably the all-rightest of everybody. I mostly feel bad for this dryad down here who was next to the lake and the swamp.
There's a dryad?
Yeah, you had no reason to ever go anywhere near her. There was a dryad down here, and her tree is like the very top of it is probably just like swaying in the breeze over the water now.
Probably okay.
Yeah, I mean, she'll survive, most likely.
She'll hibernate in the tree, I guess. It's what tends to be what happens if it gets a little bit dangerous.
But yes, it is extraordinarily moist. And so I don't need a travel check for you to get anywhere, but I would like a con save just because of how awful the weather is. Both to avoid getting sick and avoid getting blasted.
Yeah.
Fair.
You're fine. Barely.
God, was it like an 18?
Yes.
Ah.
The rain's literally like hardcore sideways. Hardcore sideways.
Yes. And little does the party know that there's probably like a small hurricane or monsoon coming in from those earthquakes.
Oops.
That's fine. They're gonna meet each other in the middle and then collapse like totally flat and normal, right? Like a Godzilla film.
Yeah, that's definitely how that works.
We get a tidal wave coming out from Port Corwin towards the monsoon coming from the earthquakes. Cancels each other out perfectly.
But yes, you are able to, at your leisure, make your way flappy along the river, past the keep on the borderlands, which is now mostly the towers on the borderlands looking up over the river, and get back to Tyrellin, which is also at least partially submerged. You can see the place where Solin's camp was in the ruins of an old inn is now pretty well completely underwater. There's just barely the evidence of her clothesline flapping in the wind.
Should probably, flap around, try to see if she was able to climb one of the buildings and get to some degree of safety.
Sure, you can make a perception check.
Can Marek/Elsie assist here?
Yes.
Alright. 25.
All right. With your keen eyes and your keen friends helping you, you are able to see that, no, there's no sign of her on the high ground, but there is a faint glow beneath the water, right where her camp used to be. And as you wing down, you can see that there is a little bubble of air holding steady beneath the thrashing waves, wherein a quite naked horse girl is sitting with a spellbook in her lap, reading.
That's not ideal. Remind me, was Sullen particularly athletic?
You've not seen her do anything strength related, and she does have like a chubby MILF bod, so unlikely.
She probably can't swim out of there by herself.
She also does have like a bunch of her books and belongings with her.
Yes.
She's got what we like to call a constitution body, not strength.
Accurate. Or in her case, actually an intelligence and charisma body.
Oh god, that is a tough spread for a wizard.
Yup.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to fly down in there. Well,
Right.
swim down.
Yeah, it starts as flying, but ends with plunging in and having to swim. Your wings are probably somewhat helpful, at least in propelling you down against the current. But it is indeed a very strong current under here as the water is churned up by the storm. Could you make me an athletics check, please, to get there safely?
I can try.
I believe in you. You're a strong boy. Oh, God. All right. Tarn is a strong lad, but the storm proves somewhat stronger, at least for a time. It turns out to be quite a mighty affair to try and get down there. You fight tooth and nail against the waves before eventually basically being whirlpooled around and slammed into a building. Stones tumble and crumple around you. By the time you are able to make your way to Solin's little bubble, you do have a rank of exhaustion and are quite frigid cold.
Fuck.
But she will see you once you tap on the exterior and quickly allow you entrance and just kind of pull you through. Oh my, what are you doing here? And in this weather?
that was harder than I thought it would be. Hells, we did a number.
Oh, you poor thing. She glances around and eventually picks up a small stone and just presses it to your neck, which blooms with warmth. Here, hold this close. Let me get you a blanket or something. She'll definitely throw a cloak on herself and then her sleeping blanket around your shoulders, try to start drying you off.
Do you not have prestidigitation?
She does not actually have prestidigitation.
Ah, hell yeah! Word up to prestidigitationless wizards.
Yep, she has dancing lights, mage hand, minor illusion, ray of frost, and shocking grasp.
Huh. For an archaeologist, I figured she'd be a mending kind of gal.
You would think.
Eh. Meh.
She will.
Thank you. Ugh.
My
Still.
pleasure.
Still shivering slightly, I imagine, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Flying by on the way to see Blythe and thought I'd drop in, see how you were doing. And when I saw it looked like you were a little bit stuck.
Just a touch. Thanks for the concern. Although now you're a bit stuck here with me, looks like.
I did not think it would get that bad coming down. Now I don't know if I can actually get it out either.
Yeah, it's bad enough that I saw some of those tiny whales getting washed by a little while ago.
That is pretty bad.
As much as I'm happy to see the undead getting washed away, this is also probably most of the archaeology swamped for a good couple centuries at this rate. Well, at least I can still see the tower on the island. Right here. Let's get you sat down. I'll make some hot cocoa. Have that last little package I snagged from your friends.
Would appreciate it.
And yeah, you can sit down for a few hours with Solin. She will take care of you as Mommy Horse is wont to do. Eventually she will get some nice warm food going over her little firestone.
Nice.
But the rain at least is quite soothing, battering against the little wall of force. So, what's the plan? I don't see the storm ending for a while.
Well, originally I was gonna say he could, with my help, you might be able to swim out of here, but I'm not really in a state to do that now.
Even if I was, this bubble will pop after a few hours without me here, and she gestures at all of her books and such. Don't think this would survive the trip out.
Would be a risk, to say the least.
I
Say,
don't suppose you have any teleport circles nearby, and your friends might have found.
there's one up at the elemental temple where the harpies live.
Well, that's certainly high ground. Well, if you don't mind schlepping some of my chests here, we can make a break for that. I have the teleport circle spell.
I was meaning to see my friend Blythe, eastern part of the Gauntwood, but I might just need to head back for now.
The weather is a bit dire, yeah. You could stay here for a day and just catch your breath. I imagine swimming out's probably easier than in. Just float to the surface.
If you're alright waiting that long.
Oh, I'm snug as a bug in a rug. As long as I don't run out of food down here. She will gesture to her big chest of bread flour sacks. I should be alright.
That's gonna be one of the worst things to get used to. Not having Ursula around all the time. Have to worry about my own food for once.
Oh, poor baby. I have heard horror stories about Hobgoblin cuisine. Here, let me set you up with some to-go food before you leave tomorrow. If you want to. I certainly wouldn't blame you heading back.
Still got enough for a week packed up, but so won't be a risk for now, as long as I don't get too sidetracked.
If you're sure. I'll at least send you on your way with breakfast.
Alright.
I know, I'd drive a hard bargain.
The hardest.
Speaking of which, this is sort of a one-room affair, so I hope you don't mind a little lack of privacy tonight.
At least, yeah, it'll be fine. Hardly the worst conditions I've had to sleep in. At least you aren't rolling an adorable kitten against the wall next to me.
Only for lack of kitten, I assure you. If Hashat was on the same plane of existence as you, I'm sure she would be sneezing about now. But yes, with a little horse mom pampering, you are able to spend the night, recover your exhaustion, and are sent on your way come morning with a breakfast of fresh cooked bread and scramby eggs.
Nice.
But the storm has not abated, so it will be a much easier DC to get out of here, but it is still uncomfortable.
All right. Athletics again.
Yep. It's like she said, it's way easier getting out. Float up to the surface.
Fucking dice variants.
Roll 20 taketh and roll 20 giveth. So, put out by an extra day, but nevertheless in good spirits once more, Tarn is able to head into the forest. Here the wind is much less severe, broken as it is by trees and mountain, though the ground is becoming ever swampier as you go. But Blythe is certainly easy to find, mostly at this point by the reek of wet dog. So many wet dogs.
You feel slightly bad for them, but
Also wet horse. Her enormous horse is like up to its knees standing outside the big old pen at the bottom while all the big doggos have come up to high ground.
oh,
Let's see, let me grab a Tarn token. And I'll turn off dynamic lighting because Blythe is friend. You can wing down onto the ground outside her little keep to find several shivering puppies coming up and just immediately pawing you. You receive many doggo smooches.
they will get many pats.
And by the time you have finished the conga line of dogs requiring attention, the enormity of Blythe has shrugged on some clothes and squeezed out of her front door. Tarnavak.
Live.
Nice weather we're having.
Nicer for the whites. It's holy water, every drop.
I figured as much. We'll gesture out towards the forest, and you can see a short ways out there are a few seers in a suit of chainmail just bobbing in the water. And there were a few scouts just outside the keep. They got a nice surprise. I guess you really did it, huh? Got rid of all those monsters. Hard to believe.
I don't know if it was quite all of them. There are many little holes in this valley. There might still be a handful that have hidden themselves safely, but the scourge of them is over.
She will nod, tail wagging, and after a moment just throw her head back and do a great big awoo, which is echoed by the chorus around you, almost deafeningly. Even the enormous horse will canter back on its hind legs and whinny. It's like fresh air for the first time in gods, how long has it been? Can't remember a day in this place without having to worry about those creatures coming to eat me alive.
Still, their minions. Disgusting as they are, I don't think ogres quite qualify as unholy abominations.
Yes, the pack will be running down orcs for a while yet. But they're much less dangerous. And the ogres could be a problem, though, but they don't range out this far, at least, so I'm not too worried. Come in. Let's stop standing in the rain. I imagine the stink must be overwhelming for you.
Reminds me of the legions, really.
She chuckles, and as she steps through the door, she will shift down into humanoid form. When she shapeshifts down a size category, all the water that had been cleaned of her just splashes down onto her rug and rolls out the front door. She grins at you.
Convenient.
Very. Learned that trick quite a while ago. Comes in handy. Never so much as today, though. So, what brings you by all alone? Coming to whisk me away to the endless war against the legions?
Well, if you're willing. As for why alone, well... The, Zeno, yeah. Orc in charge of the harpies, she gifted us a magic item, and the others managed to whisk themselves away into a portal somewhere.
You say that so casually. That sort of thing happen often.
It's not quite the first time. Wouldn't call it often, but sort of does lose its impact.
I guess there's a whole world out there that I've yet to experience. Aside from a few combat spells, I don't see magic all that often. But I guess I don't have to worry about that too much against hobgoblins, do I?
Indeed. Clerics, alchemists, those should be the only magic users. The alliance being formed with the frost giants might have changed that.
Yes, tell me about these giants. I've never seen a true one. Just these degenerate ogres.
They're nigh on twice the height. Better proportioned as well. They are damnably mighty.
So do these hobgoblins just have an army of the things now, or a couple? Legion?
I don't know how many, but when about 20 years ago, you might have heard, I doubt they came here, was a invasion by a faction of them named the Thuin.
Name doesn't ring a bell. Though, I suppose I did hear something from the orcs about seeing strange giants briefly, but that was a long time ago.
Monstrous. Invaded all the world with the goal of, as far as I can tell, just killing everyone.
What's the point of killing everyone? I can understand trying to eat them, I guess, but even the whites are smart enough to keep rid cattle.
Don't know. Some mumbo jumbo about breaking civilizations. You'd have to ask one of them for a actual justification for it.
Something tells me they aren't exactly the talkative type.
You could say that again. But we had the misfortune of running into a Thuin prince or princess. Their gender was extremely ambiguous. Undead, to boot.
Oh, well, at least that I know how to fight.
Uh, uh, claimed to be a child of the Thuin's god. And now it and whatever giants are following it have joined forces with the Imperial Crown Prince.
Any idea as to why?
He called it somehow, using the royal sword.
Called, like, summoning a demon, or...?
Like a sending spell, I think.
Scratches at an ear, unsure.
He
She got a sending just recently, one of the warning ones.
Yeah, no, I mean, she knows what ascending is. It's just like, but
Oh,
how does
okay.
that summon undead giants?
was in its tomb, waiting and dreaming. And awoke it. And, well, when we found it, we may have accidentally let it out.
She squints at you. Is there a... Why would... I guess it doesn't matter. A monster's a monster, needs slaying all the same.
I do wish we had known more about it at the time. Even even with us not being as strong then as we are now, I think it would have still been easier to take care of.
All by itself in a tomb? Yeah, that's probably when the undead are weakest. It's when they have an army backing up that they become a problem.
Well, it's got at least one.
Hopefully that's the only one. But only one way to find out, I guess. And I did make a promise, after all. Giants or no, the Hobgoblin Empire is a menace on these lands. I protected this place a long time against the undead. I suppose it's time I expanded my hunting grounds.
Well, not. I don't know when the others will be back to join us. We should try to leave a couple for them.
I'll just have to play catch-up. So, are we to leave in the storm, or...?
It'll be lasting a few more days at the least. It might be longer. You should, I think, press on now, rather than wait when there is still no end to it in sight.
Very well. Would you like me to follow you along, or should I and the pack just head to that coastal duchy, Pergolith, I think it's called these days?
I mean to go there myself. Given the distance, is going to head south first. Elven town, Narame. There are spellcasters there capable of casting teleport circle.
Very well. And give me a few hours to get my things together, and the pack and I shall join you. Give a sharp whistle, and several good boys will begin filtering in. Light will go out, shifting up again when she steps outside, and take out several what you would recognize as saddlebags for woven creatures, and begin strapping the doggos up and loading them down with her kit. It's a Hedrah. Hi, Hedrah. Once they are all loaded up, Blythe will come back in and heave her chest of drawers onto her own back. Gather up her sword and armor and give you a nod. Ready, whenever you are.
Let's be off then.
As soon as you step outside, Blythe will just scoop you up and plant you on a doggo and go get her own horse.
So jealous. You got to you got to take a nap in the bubble storm, pet all the doggos, and now you get a pupper ride through the storm. This is some horseshit. We only get to spend 4 minutes talking to an elf.
Tarn dabs on all of you losers.
How dare.
How dare indeed. Put a Blythe on the companion roster, I suppose. It's getting mighty full over there.
It is.
We're a charisma team. We just make friends all the time. One of us is the expert politician Tarnavak, and one of us is just a horny drunk Russian.
And don't forget the charisma sorcerer over there, too.
Yeah! It's a powerful lineup for friends.
It is. It is very friend positive. I will say, let me grab a doggo so I can mark where Blythe's lair used to be. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, you can hit the road again.
Yes. How is Stonesong doing as I head past it?
Luckily, it is high up in the mountains and not, on the flat plains down here, so it is not, in fact, drenched out. It is quite moist. Obviously, the wolves' paws sink into the ground with every step, but the dwarves have battened down the hatches, and you don't see any signs of catastrophic flooding or anything. So that's nice.
Yes.
Speaking of which, it has been 4 days, so I'm going to move. Actually, they haven't started moving yet, because they only start when the party gets back. So it takes you another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You are roughly around here. Ironically, right outside the place where you first began adventuring. When the party snaps back to reality from their jaunt into the elf dimension. So, party, did you send anything to Tarn directly when you came back?
Yeah, we let Tarnavak know, and then held off any kind of response because there wasn't a ton about. But yes, we did tell our long-time adventuring companion and trusted friend that we are in fact not dead.
It's
It
good
probably
to
did take
confirm.
us a few minutes though because we were too busy panicking about finding out that it's been a week.
Yep, and then Nahia realized how dead she was.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's fine. She's gonna make up to it then by throwing the loveliest party. Just a comfy vacay for a week.
And then, yeah, as you continue your trek, Tarn, you bump into Hashat's former adventuring party as they are coming down out of the mountains just outside Narame.
Yes.
Zell will say that they had been sent by the elves after finishing a quite arduous, challenging dungeon that was really just outside the town for all these years. They'd come out here to explore these old ruins some more after your party's been there a couple times, but there was clearly more to those great black structures than you had explored. And They're sporting a few sacks full of treasure.
It's a nice
I
haul.
love that.
The young wizard will bubbly wiggle her kitsune tails and say, "We still cannot identify what culture these belong to. It's very strange. They seem proto-dwarven, but I do not see any iconography that would confirm it."
Well, Proto-Dwarven is a little too early for my field of expertise.
Indeed, it may very well be prehistoric entirely. It's a shame your friend Ursula isn't here. I believe she was something of an expert.
Aye. When I'll catch up with her, I'll have to make sure to ask. What features specifically make you think Proto-Dwarven?
The dwarf himself will, at this point, launch into a detailed explanation of the geometric patterns dwarves always tend to love and how this rune was deeply engraved with such patterns, but they didn't form any actual writing system that they could figure out. Nor did they seem to depict creatures at all. They were simply patterns for pattern's sake all over the walls now that the lava has receded somewhat. And similarly, the coinage they found, which isn't really coinage as you've ever seen it before. It's very carefully shaped like pinky nail sized gems that are all uniformly like cubes, which is probably the dwarfiest thing there is.
I was going to say I should note that down, but it occurs to me my paper is probably all ruined.
Yeah, pretty much. Solon is very happy she just teleports circled out rather than having to swim.
Yeah.
One of my earliest expenses was waterproof bags. Even then, I would have thought like, oh god, the sideways water, and I probably at least one of the bags got soaked.
Yeah, I mean, he did go swimming in like torrential rain and
Yeah,
then
that's going to
crit
lift a few
failed.
flaps, and we
Yeah,
don't exist in a realm of aquaphobic zippers yet.
pretty much. It's not really any saving anything without like some kind of magic seal. So
Yeah.
it's pretty rough.
Well, I had already donated my big manuscript to Karnas. So, no, not Karnas, Kandan.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
the good book was rescued.
So yes, you and your friendos are able to make it to Narame. The roads remain safe as they come these days, and even out here it's still drizzling pretty heavily for a couple of days. Only when you reach the coast again does the rain finally start petering out. Yeah, you can teleport pretty much anywhere you want to from here.
How does Blythe and the Puppers do when they arrive in Narame? That's some new territory for them.
Yeah, they've never been in a city before. They've never seen this many people. Everyone is afraid of each other in this situation. The elves see Tarnavak riding in with this army of dire wolves and a werewolf, and the wolves see like 500 elves packed into a small space. It's quite
Fine.
it's quite nerve-wracking for everyone until Tarn's able to speak to people and calm things down.
All they have to do is help Blythe get drunk, and then Mum would be best friends with everyone, and all of the papas will get strokes and rubs and brushies. Because that's apparently how we made friends with all the elves, was just get fucking shithoused.
Yeah, alternatively, that's how either Blythe ends up pregnant or a bunch of elves end up pregnant with doggos.
I feel like I need to be specific which kind of doggo that would get you kicked off Twitch.
I meant Blythe, but
But elves are gonna elf.
elves are going to elf, it's true. I actually don't know what's in Blythe's pants. The answer is yes. Alright.
Nice.
Incredible.
So the answer to the possibilities is Blythe ends up pregnant and a bunch of elves end up pregnant.
Now that's a party.
Yeehaw.
Well, you should probably spend at least a day here. Let Blythe let Blythe and the doggos get used to some civilization before we go to one of the major cities.
Your Pergolith is gonna blow their fucking minds.
Yeah, let's try to ease them into lots of people being around.
That makes sense. Let's see. Blythe.
Do the elves have any druids that can help house train them? Quote unquote.
Alright. A, rude. B, yes. So, indeed, I think either Tarn himself or one of the adventure friends will have the idea to go get the town druid Lirith. And let's see how well Blythe's able to cope. Not great, but she doesn't have a breakdown or anything. She just thinks this is entirely too many people. How do they all feed themselves? Why are they so close together? This is weird. I don't like this.
What do you mean they don't consume an entire haunch of person at a time?
Yeah, like, where are all the horses? There needs to be like at least 50 horses and like twice as many dogs as there are people. This town makes no sense. How do they hunt if they do not have horses and giant doggos? Even the orcs had giant doggo. And at this time, I suppose Nahia has arrived at Lizardfolk Island, and the rest of the party has gone to Ivara? Question mark, or directly to Pergolith?
The party went to Ivara. We had the recap back at the tower, right?
That's right. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Tarn, do you want to? I assume the party will let you know where they are. Do you want to go directly to Pergolith, or do you want to go to Ivara and then go with your friends?
Yeah, it's probably a let's go to Ivara. That's probably the sensible thing. Actually, just reunite with everyone.
Makes sense. All right. I have one further question for you of great and terrible import. Do you want to take the Doggo Brigade to meet Cooney? By which I mean take
Yes.
Cooney's future Doggo Brigade. Okay, these are now her dogs.
Warrior Queen! She just goes. I feel like you leave her alone with those dogs for like 5 minutes and you come back. She has gone down to like Barbarian plate, fucking tattoos. She just goes full feral like immediately. All she was waiting for was an excuse.
I mean, that's most children in a nutshell.
Yeah, it is. It's a big dog. We're friends forever, and now they've become my life and inspiration. Let's go drink out the toilet together.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's some Lord of Flies shit, but in her
It
case, it's Lord of
really
Dogs.
super is, yeah.
Alright. So, move some tokens around. Stones are up here. Ursula's presumably at her house. Cass and Hashat don't have a house in Navarro, so they're couch surfing as you do. And then Blythe.
Surely they've rented a place where they could completely ruin it.
That also makes sense. So we'll put them down here then, the outside.
Which is a real posh hotel, or the consulate.
Yeah. So yes.
Clearly, it's made for the Calliston family's muscular proclivities. The beds are resilient enough for visitors.
That may be a thing, yes. But yes, Tarn is able to TP back to the Magister's Tower, where he is greeted by Siggy and many, many kisses. Marie will tell you where the rest of the party is, and that they found Hassie's other grandma.
Panic Tessa noises.
Yeah. In fact, would you roll a persuade check for Tess? Let's see how she's doing with
Oh
the
boy,
axe.
the test check.
The test check. Can Tess?
Oh boy, come on, girl. Let's hope. Just go with deception, maybe. No, I just raw dog the charisma.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, Tassie would not cast guidance because magical. So, alas, her assistance does nothing. But you still do better than Celis's was saved to avoid being mad at you forever and ever. Now that you're no longer a irreparable drunk,
Yeah.
you're
Look,
not dipping your wick into the elf poon, but she does not just immediately slap the shit out of you.
I'm sure she does do a slap, but it gets that I missed you too instead.
Yeah.
It's the best she can do in the middle of being shell shocked.
Yeah.
It's not to say it's a good job, but it's the best she can do.
And yeah,
Look, she'll try.
as Tess and Co are still catching up, you hear the pop of teleportation downstairs and an enormous amount of barking.
Do wolves bark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their barks are just barks, but if you did if you turned the pitch down on your soundboard.
Their bass boosted bark.
And they're big enough to have reverb.
So yeah, what do
Nice.
Tess? Since Merz wants to see what happens when Tess meets Gigantodoggos.
When Tess does?
Yeah.
Sure. Eventually heads on down. At which point she, at the bottom of the stairs, does an action roll attempting to go, further down or up the stairs to get away from the dog war.
Indeed, there are half a dozen direwolves staring at you hungrily.
Ah, fuck, being eaten alive is the worst way to go.
Tassie will grab you from behind. Oh, it's okay. They're friends. See, Tarn's with them.
Sure, and you think he isn't, some kind of... Actually, he's pretty strong to be taken hostage, and he's still wearing all of his gear.
Yeah, I don't think dogs take hostages. I mean, Blythe might. Hi, Blythe.
Well, hello, ma'am.
Indeed, a large slab of half orc, half bork will saunter out from the dog crowd. Hello there.
Tosses back her hair. Aren't you a fantastic slice of lady? Dig the airs, too.
Her ears flick back and forth a couple times. Thank you? Not seen someone of your race before.
I am the real deal, the classic elf.
Well, I've only seen one elf before, too.
Yeah, but unlike this one, she'll gesture at Tassie, I'm incredibly well hung.
Blythe will scroll her nose up and snort. Well, that's an introduction. She will glance at Tarn. Is this how your cities do? Half a dozen elves came up and said much the same thing to me.
Huh. Wait, when'd you see a whole bunch of elves before me? I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to break the ice on behalf of my race and people.
That city on the coast, Narame.
I still need to pick up like a New Age map. Narame didn't exist when I was around. But don't you worry about it. Me talking about my dick is just generally breaking the ice and the fact that I'm still coping with social shock. For lots of reasons. Are you from the Vale? You smell kind of Vale-y. Specifically like the river.
That is me, yes. If you are from there, I'm surprised you have not heard of me. I'm Blythe, the Wolf Knight.
I see, the Wolf Knight. There wasn't a Wolf Knight when I was awake in the Vale until I was awake again and didn't know you were there for like the week that I was around. I am Tess, chosen of the Spirit of Water, a goddess of she whose waters run through the Vale.
She nods slowly. So you are some kind of paladin, then?
Oh, no, I'm like a wizard thief all the way through and through. I just happen to be very popular with the river goddess. Because actually I can't remember how. I met her when I was terrifically drunk. And I'm still realizing that I make a lot of astounding decisions and luck into a lot of stuff while I'm shithoused. I'm still trying a sobriety thing. So far, don't rate it super high.
Yes, I've also heard much about alcohol already. Apparently, this one's wife impregnated half of Narame, whilst blackout drunk.
Oh, man, I really am missing out. Yeah, no, actually, to be honest, that does sound case point and example for me and my people.
Apparently, so did she miss out. Cassie begins laughing hysterically.
That is terrific news. But yeah, there are a lot of my kin. Tassie here, to gesture at Tassie, is my great, probably 3 greats more granddaughter.
I'm just your granddaughter still.
Yeah.
No, I mean, your daughter was my mom. I keep saying
Yeah,
that.
I know. I'm more saying along the lines of the fact that, like, I don't know how to say that there are, like, a lot of Pastodoriums out there, but there are.
Cassie will just kind of sigh a little bit.
Hey, look on the bright side. You got a whole bunch of sisters, aunts, and uncles, and brothers and stuff.
I think you might be overestimating how the war went down.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure me and my family are the only Oriums in Galavos. And that's
Damn.
pretty much the only elves.
All right. I keep forgetting that. It's just such an unreal fact. Especially since you just said she was in a whole village of us, you know?
Yeah, well, village of Me, more like.
Damn. Oh well, that was a bummer.
Yeah, go back to flirting. That's more fun.
Yeah, sure. Speaking of, getting people pregnant.
Blythe just crosses her arms.
Oh, all right, fine. Backdoor. I'm not a savage. I'm not just gonna get someone pregnant on the first day.
You're not having a first day with anyone here.
Ah, that is a terrific shame. And probably, honestly, for the best. I've not been making the best decisions lately, but I have been getting training from a succubus.
Yeah, and also, your ex-wife is upstairs.
I'm still convinced that she's just some illusion in a suit that you're all using to fuck with me, but sure.
Come on, Grandma, let's go talk to other Grandma. She can probably
Alright.
hear you.
I mean, absolutely. And she's either seething or laughing. From what I could remember between the phases, like, there is a reason we ended up together. And she also liked to put her keys in the bowl. You don't become known as one of history's most literally beautiful elves without knowing how to party.
As was pinch the bridge of her nose. Wolvar, save me.
I'm sorry. I'm sure Wolvar likes to watch instead. That's what gods do. Just facts.
If you weren't my grandma, I would slap you right now.
Ah, thanks.
Oh.
Glad it was a pleasure meeting you.
It was a meeting.
Tell you what, I'll recommend the nicest food place I found in town. How about that for making it up for my incredibly brash, penis forward introduction?
I will take hunting ground information, yes.
Ah, hunting ground, nothing. I'm talking about a place where a bunch of druids go to get actually house drunk and just eat lots and lots of raw steak.
That will do as well.
Yeah, so just I'm sure there's gotta be some circle representative, like, wild animal feeding zone around here somewhere.
Yeah, it turns out that there's actually just a Hobgoblin sushi restaurant, and all the druids keep going there because raw fish.
That makes a lot of sense. Definitely just recommend that place. She probably went there and met Tarn's boomer dad there.
Yeah, before he trunched into you and threw you in prison.
Yep. Do you know what? It wasn't even stealing. I bet she got caught in a dine and dash.
That's right, because Tess has fucking no money.
Yep.
And Tess was like, no, I'm not giving you any money. You have a house.
Get a job!
If Tarn's grandpa had to get a job, so do you. And then Tess went and started stealing shit.
Yeah. And she went stealing again afterwards and made enough money to, like, buy food. It just took an earthquake to get out of prison fast.
Once they're safely upstairs, Blythe will just turn to you and Siggy and say, that one is a disaster waiting to happen.
No, she's already happened several times.
Several, you're fucking discounting her credibility.
Significant downplay.
Yeah.
I hear that my father had actually had to arrest her at least once.
Siggy will just nod. Yeah, he did, and she's technically on the lam now. She apparently escaped in the earthquake.
Oh,
Yeah, we can't bring her around or bring Dad around here.
Of course, she can bring your dad around here. She's just very good at hiding. Have you seen how many floors there are in this fucking tower? She could dodge him all day.
There's only one stair set.
Trust
Eventually,
me,
you
she
will
could
run
dodge
out of
him all day.
tower.
She won't run out of spell slots, so hopefully he doesn't go up and down the stairs so intensely that she can't just invis through him a few times.
I see. Just using magic to evade the old man.
Oh,
Fair
If he
enough.
senses magic
Oh.
going on in the magic tower, I mean, it's not going to be a huge surprise for him, is it?
How the fuck is he gonna sense magic? He's a fighter.
It's just if he hears someone spellcasting upstairs, and then
Oh, yeah.
mysteriously there's a whoosh of air past him as he goes up.
Yeah, he hears someone casting a spell and then just looks over and it's a bunch of elves eating ice cream. What up?
Woo!
Let's be fair. I don't think he would want to come around here anyway. He is old-fashioned like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey,
What
speaking of
happens?
things that came around here, while you
Yeah.
were off on your little adventure, you got a letter. Oh, the sending, but, you know.
Yeah.
See, we'll hand you the sending that she has transcribed down. Which says...
Excellent.
That guy must not have met many princesses, if that's his choice metaphor.
That will be something to do when we head up there.
Yep. Speaking of heading places, we'll scritch a big old doggo. Do you want to round up Hashat, or should I? And by which I mean, which of us gets to take all these doggos to see Uni?
Why would it just be one of us?
I mean, I guess we could just both go and see our daughter squealing with joy and surrounding herself with puppies.
So, before we do go, Blythe, I should warn you, this is a lot bigger than Narame.
Oh no. How big can these cities get?
Roughly what is the population of Ivara?
I fucking let me see if I have that written down. It's very large. Let's see. Train city.
Let's call it like 200,000 people. It's like
Yeah, something in the neighborhood.
something big, something around the realm
It's-
of bigger than Oxford.
Yeah, it is. For a medieval era city, it is extraordinarily large.
This is one of the largest cities in the world. They don't get much bigger than 200,000 people.
Can I just stay here until you're ready to go crusading? This tower seems nice.
It would probably be better for you to stay at my house rather than here. Lady Magister keeps unusual company. Let's put it like that.
What, more perverts?
Well, yes. There's currently a fertility goddess staying here, and well, she has a apparently made it her life's mission to slap boons of fertility on anyone and everyone she gets close to.
Blythe will blink a couple times and sort of put her chin in her hand. Direwolves do breed slowly, though. Would double pack size in a couple of years. Siggy is just going to go take Blythe's hand. Nope, no more of that. We're gonna go see our house. Come on. And sputtering protestations, Blythe is dragged outside into the bustling metropole of Avara.
Does she actually make it to the house before completely collapsing?
She will have disadvantage on this because Jesus Christ. Okay, no, actually. She tries to pull back, tries to plead for doggos to help her, but Siggy is a mighty Amazon, mightier even than Blythe, and physically drags her all the way to your house without much problem. There are many people staring at you, but weird shit coming out of the Magister's Tower is, at this point, frankly just sort of the norm. And so, you are able to make it back to your house, where you find your father pruning your little bushes outside, and Cooney is sprawled out in the yard reading a book. You look up when she sees you coming, squeal in delight, run over, and then as she rounds the fence, she sees the enormity of the doggos, and her tiny little heart explodes. And Cooney is never seen again as she just dissolves into dog. You just see big tails wagging and hear slurping sounds and giggling. Blythe will grin. At least someone here appreciates the pack. As she says that, a few neighbor children come running, shouting, "Mama, Mama, look, big dogs!" And pretty soon all of Cooney's friends have come over and are just surrounded in big dog.
It's adorable.
That's just too precious.
Your father looks suspiciously at Blythe, but the Imperium was never one to shy away from enormous, scary beast mounts, and so he will come over, and within a few minutes he has taught the dogs how to sit in Hobgoblin, and is pulling out large hunks of meat from your little fridge downstairs, and is rewarding them promptly.
Just imagine your dad like, I've lost these fingers once before, you be careful.
More like, I have nothing to fear now. I know I can get them back.
He already knows the pain. Oh.
And just to see what happens, I'm gonna make a test for Cooney and see if she can in fact become Queen Dog Rider. Just immediately. Let's see. She does actually have animal handling trained. That is one of her 2 skills.
It's because she was basically like taking care of sheepies all day, right?
Yep. She is basically a farmer. Alright, Cooney. With advantage. I believe in you. Oh no.
Oh no, she just finished like eating a snack.
Alright. No, it's fine. Cooney just gets trampled a little bit. She's tough. She can handle it. See? She lives.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing that because she's still. Is she made up to a class of hit points, or is she still villager?
She's like 12. No.
Yeah, I know, but she's so well geared. I just keep thinking that she's just going to be fine all the time.
Look, she has an AC of 18, and she has 5 hit points, but Amazonian endurance is a hell of a drug for small child surviving things.
Everyone knows that small children are essentially invincible.
They all heal like Wolverine.
So yes, Cooney will, when the day is done, be quite bruised and scruffled up. Her hair is just a tattered mess, but she has never been more delighted.
Precious.
Well, while that is going on, there's just some dragging not dragging noises. Some noises across the hedge. Like some shit sounds like it's stacking. And
See,
then dunk, dunk, dunk. Ursula says just peek over the fucking edge. Like it,
Oh, did she pull a step
Yes.
stool with her?
yes, because she can't actually look over it. She needs like boxes of stepping stools to get out.
as soon as Ursula's head appears over the hedge, Siggy will just like pick you up under the arms and pull you over. Hups, Daisy.
Howdy, neighbor.
Howdy. Look what the cat dragged in. He'll jerk a thumb towards Tarn and the puppy pile.
Ah, you managed to get over here. Just looks at her sundial. A bit later than I expected.
Hello, Ursula. Yes, I was a little delayed helping
Solid.
Salin. She managed to get stuck in a magic bubble under all the water.
If I remember correctly, Ursula's never seen Tiny Hat.
And none of the party can ever cast that, and
Yeah,
Solon
no.
never needed to before.
It's like, how?
Just a nice little spell, tiny hut, I think.
No magic shit.
Yeah.
Come now, you wouldn't say shit as a kid there. Surely all your instincts wash over and you say magic stuff.
Yes, you are indeed correct. So, I just say that, but it has an auto filter on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. With her books and everything, she didn't have a chance to get to high ground, so she just covered herself up and was going to wait for the storm to blow over. But I gave her the teleportation code for the temple.
Out of character. Like, are we talking about the fucking magical lady that...
Yeah, the horse skull that we did the island trip for.
But she was in the tallest building. One of the tallest building in the...
That
The
was still
place there
basically no elevation. Most of the Vale went at least a few inches underwater, and that's still adjacent to the lake. She was underwater by like how many feet?
Probably like 10 at least.
Yeah.
The problem wasn't the depth so much as the strength of the current.
That is surprising because I remember there was like a couple of floors available for her to be in the actual, not right next to it, but that slightly, what's it called? The town that was there.
I mean, that building probably got knocked over by the storm.
Okay, but yeah, like I said, it's just causing some like a dissonance with the memory of the place versus what was said. But okay, well, at least you got back, so that's good. But waylaid by fair maidens in need of rescue.
Just her.
So yeah,
Was your trip through the whatever that was?
well, that was apparently something called a vessel of a jinn.
But
Which,
wish granting sorts of things.
yes, actually wish granting, and apparently it was Tass's wife. Well, not Tass's, but her grandma's wife.
Yeah.
You mean her grandma?
Yeah.
Just for a second, it takes a few seconds or to be able to just get that mental image. I am actually surprised that they have worked together. But yes, both grandmas. Yes, apparently, yes, the witch granting kind.
Uni will pull herself free of the doggos and say, "Wait, you got a wish? Like in a storybook? What'd you wish for?"
Well, what's it? Hashat worded it out so that I got a tavern in Igniferous, and Igniferous got restored, like repaired. So it's fixed.
Wait, you had a wish and you just used it on stuff Grandpa will just do for free?
No, the entire city of Igniferous
I mean, you'd
inside the
need a lot of
volcano.
grandpas for that, but that's not like getting a sword of heroes or smiting some vampire or whatever. That's lame. Goonie will blow your
Well,
raspberry and hop back into the wolves.
Oh, child, you're so full of star. Your eyes are so full of stars. Still, no one's told you that the grim reality of wishes.
I
There's
just
just
wish
so
that's
many.
what
There
I
were
had.
just so many caveats on it.
Well, I had others. I had other ideas initially, but this was for the best. Need to think a little bit further ahead. But speaking of thinking further ahead, I did manage to get you some books. So I never really got the chance to give them to you since we got straight into the whole rain thing.
Hmm. Well, what did you find for me?
Well, historical accounts of locations for star metal impacts or like objects from just from the sky, historical locational impacts. And then we got just a second, my brain is still kicking up into gear. Ancient ancient civilizations at those varied ancient civilizations and their empires, for where those locations would have been. Ancient ancient weapons and armors of legend and lore. Because if they're from that stuff, there should be quite some news around them from what they'd be made out of. And then we get start handing out the books, stacking up the books that we got the famous smiths and craftsmen from the various empires at around those times. And then memoirs or recounts by said smiths of those times. Oh, and this book is for like a couple of books of elemental notes. That's a different thing.
That's... Thank you. Where did you get all those from?
Okay. Just get my sheet. Caramas the Chronicler. He is looking forward to seeing you there, but you're not to be going there without supervision. So that you will actually leave the place.
Ah,
When I say,
arrive.
well, when I say it's when I say that his title is the chronicler, is that well, all recorded history. That's his specialty. Now, if he's dodgy with telling you anything, you just have to figure it out yourself on where that information would be stored.
I see. All of recorded history is that's a pretty big field.
Yes, and it just holds up a book. All documented elemental nodes. If you wanted just things with esoteric knowledge, that'd be the guy.
Well, I do love esoteric knowledge.
And that is why you're not supposed to go there unsupervised, because much like the big library in the floaty city, I just looked, and the fact that it took, how long did it take Cyrus to notice we had actually left?
It was like a day.
It was a week.
Shut up.
Yeah, I can understand. Yes, I would do exactly that.
Yes, this is why I had a rope on you in the library and actually had to remind you by pulling on it. In this case, it's literally the same thing, except in a much condensed place.
Uh, if I ever do just vanish one day, you know where to find me.
Yes, that is the thing. Though, just things from what you could say he's sort of, kind of my dad.
Oh. Uh, Congratulations
Though,
on finding him, I suppose.
well, that's the thing. He is the template that, I just makes an air quote, my dad was made of. Because apparently my dad is a simulacrum of him.
Oh?
Yeah, I'm pretty shut too there. I don't know, just I only heard some weird noises and then time stopped.
Ow?
I don't know. The old fashioned way apparently, but I can't really say because apparently that's not supposed to happen, but it happened.
Yeah. That is very. Hmm. That's definitely not how things are supposed to work, but. Well. I suppose it just does sometimes.
Yeah, it's weird. The witch was supposed to have that other character of the village name something something. I'm so bad with shit.
Which village?
Former home village, rather Hashat's place as well.
Sakani and or Kadar.
No, towards Stormvale, like the original, the potato,
Oh,
the birth of
Mastings.
potato. Yes, Mastings. She was supposed to have some information for us.
Siggy will just glance between the lot of you and say, "That's pretty out of the way at this point. Maybe you should just write a letter. Or have one of the nerds cast a sending to her."
Well, yeah, have all that sent and stuff. But like I said, it's it's a lot of things. So. But hey, our character was, mm, uh, uh, yeah, Tarn was there when Ursula dove on the mega magical grenade.
Yes, Tarnavak the character was there, Mers was not.
Okay, so like, yeah, it just been taking a while, a little bit of uh, rest after he just points at the fucking healed up elemental mark there.
Hmm. That does not look comfortable.
Oh, it's all healed up now, so it was a little bit stingy before, while it was, like supercharged. But now it's just okay. I've had way worse. Well, way worse singular damage, not with the same kind of magical oomph behind it, though.
That's fair. Uh, you do tend to get the rough end of things.
Well, yeah, somebody has to. Let's see. I have a. It's been a day since. Has been like a day or two since we've been back, right, Savin?
Yeah, it's been like 2 days.
Oh, 2 days even. Okay, cool. But yes, I've been like, God damn it. I'll be right back. He just goes out on the street, back into her house, and just comes back with a nice, well-designed shield. There you go.
What's this?
This is a shield.
I can see that, but I
Well, you didn't really have a proper, magical shield, so I had the boys cook this up for you.
oh, thank you. What does it do?
Well, it makes you more vigilant and, much like me, ready for in case some shit goes down, some stuff goes down.
Faster reaction? That's useful.
Yes, so if you want, you can. On your character sheet, do note down Sentinel Shield.
Um,
You have a advantage on perception checks. It's not a +1, it's just a magical shield, and you have advantage on the initiative rolls.
nice. I see it doesn't appear to be in Roll20's compendium. That's,
It's a simple uncommon magic item. Sentinel.
the fact that this is not an attunement item is insane.
When did Ursula get this?
Because it takes a day to make.
What?
It takes a day to make. It's an
Isn't your
uncommon
group-
magic item.
Isn't your crew of dudes alchemists and not specifically wizards?
Yeah, they're
though?
not enchanters. They make potions.
I have potions.
Also, you have
Uh,
3 of those
Herbalist.
guys, and it takes 20 days to make an uncommon.
Herbalists, potion makers, and low-grade enchanters. That's
Okay,
why I
you know,
fork out such a
it
massive.
is only level 3 to make an uncommon, that's fair, but it's still also 20 days.
Not if you have multiple. That's why I'm literally forking out hundreds and hundreds of gold.
Okay, I mean, if you want to get a better check to wizards, you can do whatever you want. All right, you can make that. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I did.
It's
Yeah,
still
that's what
six.
I had
It's
it-
still 6 days of work for your 3 dudes.
No, it's halved for each guy after the first.
Oh,
Yeah, so it'd go
Yeah.
20 to 10 to 5 to, I guess, 2.5 with
Two.
1 more wizard. Which, to be fair, you could just ask Asker. She has
Eh,
nothing to
fair.
do at this point. So yes, that's fine.
Yeah, that's how we managed to get all these uncommon items done.
We spend so much time away after we make a bunch of commissions that frankly could have been done by one person because of the rate at which we get to pick them up.
Yeah, I just
assumed
never
this was like a
heard
couple
about this
dudes.
commission going in, so I was like, what? But all right,
Yeah.
yeah, it's whatever. Okay, enjoy your shield.
I will. I can hopefully not be super slow boy now.
No, well, hopefully not, unless you roll double ones.
Oh, this is I didn't even look up the shield myself. This is the one that gives you alert. Right?
No, alert is +5.
It gives you
Oh,
the
this is
new
like
alert
it.
from 60.
From 60
Oh.
time.
I believe the new
well,
wizard
it's
alert
like-
just gives you advantage.
Okay. It
Oh.
gave you the
It also
current
gives you
5e alert was +5 advantage, and you can't be OP'd by someone you couldn't see. Or sorry, someone you couldn't see when they attacked you doesn't get advantage.
Yeah, and you can't be surprised. Yeah, it's only a +5, it isn't +5 and advantage.
Okay. Yeah, sweet.
Here we go. Alert feat. 5 bonus, can't be surprised. Others don't get advantage from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is more like Ursula's reactionary. So now you know how now you get to feel a little bit like how my instincts are when it comes to getting to shit. No more slow Nahia.
Well, let's hope that actually is true. I still do not trust the dice not to fuck me.
That was in character.
Oh, sorry, didn't realize. Yeah, it'll be a nice change. Still, doubt I'll be the fastest there is, but getting closer to your speed is nice.
Indeed. At least you didn't have to, like get that beaten into you. You can just put on a shield and like circumvent. Man, magic is really cheating.
Woo! Party streamers.
It's just a little bit of cheatsy doodles.
But hey, just in case it could be worse. could have been here when everything apparently came tumbling down by an earthquake. Which luckily nobody we know. Quite a few people, some were injured, but majority managed. The repairs are, well, widespread.
Yeah. That sounds pretty bad. Glad no one was too badly hurt.
Well, at least the sewers are being, restored and taken care of. All those kobolds that Sooth brought in. That's just little.
Actually, speaking of Zooth, has anyone done a sending down to tide scale? The earthquake was that bad here. I'd hate to be on an island that's literally falling apart.
No, I don't know if anyone else has been doing that. I can't really do it myself.
When, I have to ask Hashat too, when, you see her.
Well, she and Cass made their own earthquake. You should just sigh. You can probably smell them.
When are they not like that?
Well, just needs in so Cooney doesn't hear. Hashat doesn't have the winger. So Kitty Cat got to go ham.
She... Oh.
Ziggy starts laughing hysterically.
It's not something I expected to hear. I thought she was stupendously attached to that.
I'm just surprised Cass survived.
Well, apparently he regenerates in sunlight, so
Yeah, but Hashat provides a lot of shade.
that's true, but she doesn't block the sun, so.
Speaking of which, I should probably go fetch them. It's still early in the day, and I'm sure they'll want to say hello to Tarn.
Yeah, would be nice to catch up with them. Is Nahia around as well, or has she already zoomed off to her island?
Oh, she went there to placate their wives. it was a week of non-contact, so yeah, she's stuck.
Yeah. Thought she would do. Shame I didn't get to see her, but yeah. I can understand wife time being the priority.
He just looks at Sandar, well, especially this close. Since Cleona should be close now.
So, Hashat, Cass, you are finally retrieved by Siggy and informed that Tarn has returned.
Oh, thank God.
Carry you on back to the house where you can see that the basement door has been flung open and there are many wolf tails jutting out.
What the hell just what is going on?
The Papa Rack.
You hear Cooney howling with delight from down there.
Hello, Hashat.
Hey Tarn, how's it going?
Nice. I brought Blythe back with me.
Oh, is that why there's all the dogs?
Yes.
A shot. Hang on a second, let me think here. When was the last time? I'm trying to think, when was the last time Tarn and Siggy were actually in the same room, like together?
Last session, but, the player wasn't here.
Right. Well, it's good to see that you're back. Although I am kind of surprised that you are able to stand. I would have sworn that Siggy would have kept you locked in a room with her for like at least a week.
We'll get to that, but, the dogs and Cooney and then Ursula came over, and at that point I figured I might as well get you.
Right. Okay. Well, I would like. Well, we are going to go to Pergolith, and I would like to go visit my family in Greymore, and that's like several days away.
Not really. Several days.
It's like
Pretty much
even
just straight line.
even with you, it's like 2 days. It's like at least like 2 or 3 days there and back, and that's not taking into account spending any time there.
Yeah. And Hashat and I are kind of overdue for some family time, too, so...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, then again, I guess we could... your thing's up in the mountains, right, Darn?
Yep.
We could go there, and then from the mountains, Illyria's just on the other side, and then we can catch a boat from there to Greymore, and... yeah, Greymore's just a day or so outside from Kalensburg. So we could kind of circuitous around so we don't have to, leave the rest of the party hanging out in Pergolith for a while.
I suppose.
I mean, unless everyone wants just to come to Greymore and party with us. We have plenty of guest rooms.
I've never been to Greymore. Actually, I've never been further out that direction than, like the mines.
It's nice. It's real homey. Girls have done a great job sprucing it up. Well, whether we go there first
Oh,
or
no.
last, you guys have got to spend like at least a week with us. Come on, it'll be fun.
Well, if we go there last, we can. It will give Tom some time to digest, or us in general, time to digest the stuff we find or see on whatever the plans he has.
Or it'll give Siggy time to digest all of Tarn.
Well, not for 24 hours, he needs to use like the latrine, eat, practice,
Well, okay,
breathe.
one of those things he could probably get away with. I'm pretty sure our servants can make breakfast in bed, and training is very athletic with an Amazon.
And just, that may be true, but it's not sword fight.
I mean, that's true. That's more of me and Hashat's thing. Although we could get you a
No,
potion
it's
for that,
not.
Siggy. Siggy
I
will just stick her tongue out.
just say like, no, it's not a thing between you and Hashat, remember?
What?
Pat, pat,
It's
pat.
like a dagger versus a great maul.
What? No, the sword's the... Castle just wiggle his hand around in front of his crotch.
Yes. Do you see that? It just makes a will split percent at in front of the loincloth of Hashat. Do you see that here?
Castle just, like, glanced down to make sure Cooney's not around, put his entire hand up Hashat's loincloth.
Huh.
Yep. Yep, that's there. Oh, yeah. That's a great sword, all right.
Our character, didn't you
Hey, come
lose
on.
that for...
No, she just gained the puss. She has both now. Cass would have been
But you did, I
heartbroken
thought you...
if the shot lost her wiener.
Okay.
That would have made things very awkward. For a little bit.
Yeah, for the time it takes you to get to Jakard. Yeah, Castle just like give a shot of squeeze, then just like go slightly slack-jawed and just keep doing it until Siggy swats him.
And let's face it, like, Saracena would gladly gift someone with womanhood, but taking away a dong, that's sacrilegious.
You say that.
Unless, you want to, I suppose, but...
Or it's funny.
Hmm.
Oh, all right. We forgot the
I don't
goddamn...
think she would have
It's
done that
funny
to...
clause.
I don't think she would have done that to me. I mean, she wouldn't do that to her descendant, right? That would be that would just be really mean.
You ever had that grandparent that do something really assholeish that thought it was fucking funny? Yeah, they'd fucking do that because it's funny.
Him. Anywho's it. Well, Hashat and I are pretty much all packed up. If you guys want to like go, or we could wait. I mean, nothing we have
I got
on
a
the
few
docket's
sendings
like
I'd like
time
to.
sensitive. Okay.
I got a few sendings I'd like to send before we
Oh,
go anywhere.
Okay.
have you sent anything down? Have you sent anything down to what's it like? White Scale Island?
What? White scale.
I think
Yeah,
she means
it's
tide
also
scale.
home.
Oh,
Tide scale,
I
sorry.
haven't thought about that place in ages.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Well, apparently there was an earthquake here.
Well, yeah, there was earthquakes all over the place.
Yeah. I'm sure they're fine. They have a dragon.
Ye-
I'd be surprised if they
Yes,
didn't
but-
feel the earthquake as well.
Well, yeah,
I don't
but
think anyone
they
didn't. I don't think there was anywhere that didn't feel that earthquake.
out of character, the port city of Herona's womb, the one that was up on the cliff, was pretty fucking safe. One port city that wasn't very fucking safe was the fucking pirate Amazon one that was at the fucking ocean level.
Yeah, Siggy's cousin's probably gonna have a bad time when that big typhoon hits.
Suncrest? Suncrest?
Yeah,
Bitgal Island.
Oh yeah. Well, those people are assholes and slavers and shit. So who cares?
Of all the dick girls in the world,
Well-
those are my least favorite.
yeah. Siggy's cousin as well. She was. No, she's not. That's the field over there. She's in fucking Port Orange. Orange.
Yeah, she got a job and fucked off. She won big on betting and then bought a boat and left.
Siggy will just give you a thumbs up and say, "Yeah, I heard from her. She's fine."
Yeah, okay, well, then slaving Amazons in out of character. So yeah, then Suncrest Isle port is pretty fucked.
And nothing of value was lost.
The only thing about that place getting hit by a big wave is I feel bad for any like slaves that are there. But I mean, what are we gonna do about that? It's not like we can't like do anything about it.
Yeah, look, if we never hear anything about it, then nothing happens, so we don't have to worry about it. That's how that works.
Oh hey Tard. Well, you were in still in
Is Mars
Stormvale.
back?
Oh yeah, no, I
That's
guess
just
not.
AFK.
All right, well, I guess I've got these sendings. So, are we really going to go to like Greymoor last? That means it'll be like.
Look, if Nahia ends up getting an extra, 5 days.
weeks from now or something.
Yeah. Hey, it's more time for Nahia. She doesn't mind.
Yeah, something tells me Nahia will not mind us taking our time.
Yeah,
And then
She
we
has
can
to
take our
put-
time at Greymoor.
she has to placate Leona.
Leona.
She has to be used as a living
And-
dildo for a dragon.
Yeah, Inaya, and then a dragon. So
Yeah.
she's stuck there. Like we're not gonna be able to pry her out there. So
I mean, I bet Hashat could if she tried really hard. Probably pull her
Use her
out.
dick for leverage.
But I bet
the
Sylvester
difference-
can clench that thing real tight.
yeah, and Sylvester can also do a lot of fucking ice breathing. Like
She can
Hashat
do a lot of
and
ice
I-
breeding. Finger guns.
Okay, I'm going to send a
well,
message to.
she's already done that.
I mean, Nahia's not pregnant. Somehow.
No, Sylvester is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Nahia, I'm pretty sure she has a...
Does she?
I don't...
I don't know actually. We never asked
Sending?
about that.
All
part.
right,
We did
sending
ask
number
about the
one.
sex, though.
Setting number 1. Nahia, do you has pussy?
No, that's not what I'm sending. No.
That's
Hold on,
what
Sending
cast
asked.
doesn't have
to
sending?
sending to Greymore. To Halo. Let them know we're finally going to come. We're finally going to be able to visit. Cass, please.
While everyone's watching, like drinking tea with Nahia, she like coughs into her mug and nearly just spits it everywhere.
I don't. Question: would the fucking primordials be considered like Senatre's grandkids or kids?
I think I'm fairly certain that the primordials are Senatre's direct descendants. They're like her. They're like her first born kids. I think.
And Tiamat was like
Also,
that.
Also,
Yes.
firstborn, yes.
also
Whether she was
directly
before
descendant.
the primordials or not is the part that's up for question.
But they're
Yeah,
all
but
from the
that doesn't
same.
But they
matter
are all
because
still
they're
like
No,
because
but
of the way their
that's-
ages work, they could generationally be pretty far apart, even though they're all directly daughters or sons of Senatrea.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if there are, I'm thinking by generational step, the primordials like first, Tiamat also first. That would make Ceres just literally their niece.
Yes.
I have to think that in actual, mortal terms.
Yeah. She is their younger or older sister's child.
Did we ever get a name of when that time that that time we met with Valeria's envoy? Did that person have a name? Because I can't remember if they did or not. I feel like they probably did give us a name.
Sorry, for whom?
Remember that time I tried scrying on the primordials, and then Valeria sent
yes.
sent a scion to have a talk with me.
Let me see if I can dig that ogre's
I don't remember
name.
what their name is. They probably gave me a name, but I don't
Probably.
remember. I'm not going to send this sending right now. I want to ask Sarah Cena if she wants to see her
I
family.
don't think you got a given name from this person, no.
Okay. Then I would probably have to send it to Valeria. Send the sending to Valeria and see what happens. But I would want to talk to.
Can Sarah
about
Cena
that.
cast magic? Couldn't she do ascending?
I don't know what she's capable of.
I'm pretty sure she's a
You
sorcerer.
tried asking?
No, I have not asked, but I might because this conversation is going to come up. I might ask her about that. Oh, Cassidy. Never change. Yeah, this is one I've actually been wanting to send for a while.
He just looks up into the room. I was answering a question for Cassidy. Which I figure, like, if you evoke the name of the lad, everyone's just like, oh, yeah, okay, never mind, that makes perfect sense, sorry.
Yep, carry on.
Yep, everyone's like, oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, it's clearly superior. I feel like Cass getting a boner while casting a spell is also it's Cass.
Yeah, just cast doing cast things.
Okay,
That's good to know.
that's good.
There are a lot of people to keep up with that we've, just
Yeah.
know a lot of them. And they're all doing big, important things tangentially related to our exploits.
So I guess we'll head back to the Magister's Tower.
Having all of those sendings to do is like one of those clear
Or-
indicators that this has just been a long campaign and there are a lot of attachments that all of our characters have.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I would
holy
ask,
shit.
why would we need to go back to the Majes's Tower?
To
Oh, Saracina.
I need to talk to I need to talk to Saracina and folks.
You can drag your compatriots upstairs. It's still like relatively early.
By
in
the way, are we going to tell the White what happened?
See, just look.
She's on the island with Nahia along with like Jeanette
Is
and
she?
Co.
Oh,
right
is she?
now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she
Hold on.
was part of that list of invites. I guess if she didn't want to come, then she isn't. It's up to her.
No, I just missed her. All right, let me just G-layer her. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
All right. All right.
I think Ella was there
okay.
It's interesting. I don't know if Nahia would have brought it up or not. It's hard to say. She probably has too. She's too good not to. It was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of Zomboni crying.
She
So
apologizes.
we kind of eradicated all the Whites in the Vale.
Yep.
Your whole civilization just gone.
It's kind of
Just
all just gone.
Already basically gone.
I mean, look, she agreed with you, but still.
Yeah.
And
It's okay to still get shock, even if you think, well, yeah, I mean, it was going to happen and should probably have happened eventually.
all things wash away, and they all went down.
Anyway, so yeah, you can return to the tower, go upstairs. Yarishka and her family are like finishing up bowls of ice cream.
Oh wow! Hey, August is still alive. I would have thought you would have just keeled over at some point by now.
Hey, right back at you.
We'll just punch in the fucking knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep not dying. At some point, I'm just going to have to fling myself off the top of the tower.
No, you're not.
He'll be right back and immortal and not narcoleptic.
Yeah.
it is staggering that he's still alive and kicking.
And
By
still
this
surprised.
his body wants him to die. Like, come on, man, we've got one in the tank. Let's go.
Yeah, he's just going to, like, spread his arm. The whole reason I was traveling with you in the first place was to just die doing something useful. Now look at you.
They just looks down at the fucking got seared in mark. Just like, yeah, now look at me, what?
I mean, look at you going around defeating a whole undead army without even fighting them. That's pussy talk.
It was very efficient, though.
I mean,
sorry.
yeah.
Are you okay? Are you calling us pussies for wiping out an entire?
Yeah, I'm calling you a bunch of pussies for
Kingdoms.
having a death knight and then not fighting it.
I'm sorry, but if he ever scried on that fucking veil during the course of the week, the whole place looked like an Aim and Amarth cover. There's no way it wasn't awesome. It's just sideways storms, metal and rain, fucking rotting undead falling to pieces as it's burned away. It was awesome as fuck.
Yeah, that's a fucking, what was it? What was that guy then? That weirdo body horror.
Junji
director.
Ito?
What was his? No, director. You know, he made
Oh,
the other fucking movie.
Oh my god!
The
Now
Flying
that
Shift.
yes, my brain isn't putting the name in.
Yes, I know. It just
Cronenberg.
disappeared. Cronenberg.
David Cronenberg.
Yes.
God.
It would be something out of a Cronenberg movie, a horror movie. There to be like acid rain and corpses just shambling there. It'd be like, God damn, this is munch popcorn. This is fucking hardcore. Munch.
Well, I don't know what kind of big, ridiculous fights we're going to get into after this.
I mean, at this point, at your power level, what the fuck is big and ridiculous even? You just throw Tarn at them and it dies.
The man has a point.
He does have a point, it's true.
That is true.
Yeah. Anyway, I would offer you all ice cream, but I ate it all, so get fucked.
Oh well, that's fine.
Don't worry, Cass already ate lots of cream recently. He's fine.
He just remember to brush your teeth afterwards.
No, old man's on dentures by now.
It just spreads it like, or what? This body will rot its teeth out in 20 years? Fuck off. If anything, I should be abusing the hell out of this thing. I'm gonna go. You know what? No, I'm gonna go get drugs.
Lots
Yeah!
No, you're not.
Yeah, he is. Come on.
We can't stop him. We're not going to be here to stop him. He can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man.
He's a grown ass man with a fresh, better body waiting for him to climb into.
Yes,
I would definitely. I want to go out with a sex heart attack if I'm in August's position.
Yeah, literally, he's just gonna look at Ursula dead in the eye and say, "There's nothing you can do that will stop me from snorting cocaine off my wife's tits the moment you guys teleport out of this tower."
Yeah, once we're out of the tower, then you can do it, okay? Not while we're here, because I will literally be heartbroken.
Okay.
Oh.
August is gonna get his heart attack, die, get his new body, and then just lie and tell Ursula he never died. Like, no, I'm still kicking with this old thing. Oh gosh, I'm so sleepy.
For all you know, he already did.
That's also possible.
No one has gone upstairs to check on the percolating boy.
Oh my god, you're right. He could just be doing it for Ursula's sake.
Oh god.
No one's seen Augie fall
It's
asleep
entirely
in like quite a while, have you?
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
Given how much, well, all the time he's been asleep, Ursula's been with him, so.
Yeah, I know. And then he's been away and we haven't seen him be narcoleptic once. You've been around for like 2 days. Have you seen it happen?
Hey, you went away for a whole week and went home.
Yeah, that is true. He could have just switched up bodies.
Hell, he could
But he
be
was
lying
like, "No."
because his death was accidentally super embarrassing. He could have just like tripped on the stairs. He's like, ah, for fuck's sake. Really? Really, life? You gotta do me like that?
This is
Me,
how the great August
Autumn Star?
dies.
This is how I go? It's not even like the big steps, it was the you know, the squatty potty? Like the step stool that you use to make going to the toilet quicker and easier. He tripped on one of those and he's like, the world could never know. Anyone who witnessed it is under a geas right now. Or gash.
Yeah, Marie
I
found
don't
his body, and
care.
that's why she's sitting on the throne, because she's just being mind controlled by Rishka.
Either that or
I
she's
don't
like, you
care,
can't
like
tell anyone.
August.
She's like, fine, I gotta turn you a throne. He's like, fucking deal.
So yeah, who knows? Anyway, August is
God,
gonna
that's
go
like
do
the
drugs
best
later,
ending
but
for
for
him.
now, he'll huff and sit down and lick his ice cream spoon.
Yum, yum, yum. Oh, God, I've got ice cream in the freezer.
Hmm.
Saracena will look up from where she is, preparing what looks like some fresh cuts of veal. Give you a smile.
Oh, can you cook? I didn't know that.
I am the goddess of earth and bounty, after all.
I suppose
Be
that
a
does
shame
make
if I
sense.
couldn't do anything with the bounty.
So, I've been wondering, would you like to see some of your family? Maybe track some people down? I know there's, I think, a niece, Saris, that does really want to see you. And it could always do a sending to Valeria. Uh, she at least sent a scion when I tried to scry on her. So
Really? I'm surprised she's in a position to do that much.
we could always try to arrange some kind of meeting with you. See some of your kin.
Please do not send her to the island to meet Saris right now. Nahia will die.
Hmm.
The sheer fertility on the island.
I don't know where Saris is though. So all I asked was if Saris
Fucking
wanted to.
flip a coin. Because maybe Nahia mentioned she invited Saris to that family party on the island. I guess on a 1 she did, on a 2 she didn't. Alright. Nahia's body
no idea.
lives.
I have no idea where Saris is. I assume she's still in the Holy City.
Yeah. Saracena will just give you a smile. I'd love to meet the family, of course, though I don't think disturbing my siblings is a good idea. Not yet, anyway.
No?
No, I'm sure they're much the same as I was, in their own little way.
Hmm.
If any of them were awake and mobile, I'm sure they'd have reached out by now.
Would they even know that you were awake?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh. How would they know?
He just flashes you a smile. So, are we leaving now, or do I have time to cook this?
Leaving for where? We were planning on going to up north for a bit.
Yes, to see this family.
More like to east.
I assume we're going to visit.
Saris?
Yes.
I'm actually not sure where Saris is at the moment. I assume she's at the Holy City, and I don't know if you
Ah, no.
want to go there.
No, I do not.
Didn't think so.
Nor do I believe I would be invited up. And this form doesn't have wings.
I truly don't know why.
Gee,
can't-
I wonder. Why on
Well-
earth would Hashat's ideal form be pushed forward through a life transference spell? How could that have happened? It is a mystery.
She'll point. Hashat will point at Cersei. So that is it. That was why it happened.
Probably. I don't know. You cast life transference on me while you had an elf 2 feet away and half a chub.
Yes, but why did you not? Why would I don't? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, if it was the life transference, you should have been come out as like a Minotaur, right? A cowgirl.
You would think. Then
Power
again,
of Horny overwrites
I
common
don't-
sense.
maybe you were just thinking with your dick. That is mostly how you operate.
Not-
After all.
That's not mostly how I operate.
Really now. How many children do you have on the way now?
Mm,
The answer is not enough. I'm gonna reach down and just give you a
Not
little
Those
squeeze.
enough.
We need to pump those numbers.
I'm so lucky I got that wish spell.
Oh. How am I lucky?
No, we encountered this genie curse and got a wish out of it from a very nice lady.
Yes, Lady Celis has been quite vocal about her experiences.
She's lucky. She's lucky. Time in there only seemed to pass very, very slowly, or very quickly. I can't remember which one it is.
Yes, otherwise she'd be quite insane. Though I'm sure Tassie could cast a spell to fix that eventually.
We wished for Igniferus, the city, to be at least have a goodly portion of restorations done to it, and a big manor for my suited for my family to be there. So at least there's probably a very large residence. I don't know how large.
Ah, yes, of course. You've spent your wish renovating the primordial god of fire's abode, and so that you can move your family away from the nice stone quarry that it's next to.
Well, I somehow don't think I can. A wish would fix the giant crater on the other side of the world. So
I was just thinking you could have made your castle bigger and stonier.
Greymoor's not mine, though.
You're
Well,
married to the Lord of Greymoor,
yeah,
and he's adorable, and he would give you anything you wanted.
I know, but I can't take advantage of that.
Darling, you take advantage of Cass's pussy pretty much every night.
Well, that's different.
Not really.
She takes it like she owns it.
Seriously, will just
I-
like take your shoulder and
It's
aim you around at
retarded.
Cass. That is a submissive, a boy toy. He exists to do whatever you tell him to do.
Mm.
Hey, that's not anything. Leave me alone. Just pinch
Throws
his
a
cheek.
pickle at Cersina. Who
Well,
throws a pickle at Cersina? Be nice to Cass.
Bullying Cass is the nicest thing anyone can do to him.
He fucking loves it.
yeah. I was
Difference
wondering if we
between
could, like,
a hard
make
bully and soft bully.
One at a time, children.
I was wondering if there was any way to make Igniferus more earth aligned rather than fire aligned, considering things.
Not really.
Oh,
One doesn't make or remove an elemental node, not easily anyway. And once it's made, you're certainly not going to change it to something else.
I see.
Your best
Right.
bet is to find a bunch of firewives. Perhaps there's some race of elemental chaos fire elves. That would be fun.
I couldn't possibly have any more wives, please.
My dear, you are
Hey,
but young. What?
Saracina. If the elements are in chaos and all the places are, like mixing up like that, why can't the nodes change?
She will, raise a finger, then pause. Slowly lower it. That is a good point, I suppose. The laws of reality have changed there, and perhaps they've changed here as well. If so, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, that's the thing. I only guess stuff, and
We know.
actually really good at guessing, but I'm not the magic person. Like you guys are.
Anyway, that's a subject for another time when we're actually at Igniferous and can do literally anything useful, rather than just speculating up our own navels.
Anyway. I don't. No, I don't. I can't. No, I'm not going to even consider it. I can't have more. Except for, well, there's only like one spot left.
Hey, but if we can, hey, Hashat, think positive. If we can actually convert it to stone, we can literally bring in Stone Song over, and they can, sing away.
Oh yeah, I'd be happy for that to happen. We definitely could. If we can change the node, that would be great. And bring your kin over, all the stone singers that are left. And maybe get a restart.
Indeed. And if the whole Stone Song can actually, be reignited, you imagine how quickly everything else and easily everything else can be fixed. Don't forget the excavation and all that too.
Yes,
this
I do.
is all lovely to think about while we are literally nowhere near anything relevant.
Yes.
So perhaps save the theorizing for when we can test it, rather than just contemplating our navels.
Such lovely navels.
Speaking of which, you should get a
Well-
navel piercing. It would suit you.
Me?
Yes,
Me?
you.
Uh,
Also Cass.
real-
Also Sid.
Really?
Mostly you, though.
Why me?
Because, look at you. You have such a nice set of abs. Imagine a little dangly
Mm.
piercing, glittering, catching the light between your gutters.
Well, I suppose.
Good girl. Now, do you actually have a plan for what we're doing, or
Yes. We
Okay.
are going to go to. We're all going to go to Pergolith and do some errands up there. I was thinking of taking you to the elemental node that's there, the one that symbol is from, and maybe let you see if you can commune to it. Maybe it'll give you some juice back.
Mayhaps it will. That sounds like fun. Let's go.
And then after that, we've got all kinds of stuff to do. I have to visit Shale, and we have to try and figure out how to get to that laboratory and go to Alaria and then head to Greymore for finally have some good family time.
Ah, yes, all your lovely wives.
I miss them so much.
It's gonna be really weird when Saracina forgets that she's just using Hashat's memories and walks up and just starts mouth kissing them all. Like, not even intending to do her Saracina thing. She just, oh right, yeah, fuck, these were your wives, right?
Yeah, she's literally like reapplying her lipstick at the moment. Well, what are we waiting for then?
Is there anything else? Let's see. Is there anything else we need to do before we go?
Only to fetch Blythe. But
Blythe is coming with us?
Yes, I think.
Ah, yes,
Alright.
the oversized puppy. And what are you planning to do with her, anyway?
She's going to be joining me in taking care of the Empire.
Yes, but I mean immediately.
Not completely sure.
Then perhaps you should leave her in your nice house with your child who probably loves dogs. Unless you intend to foist her off on the Pergolithians to house and feed.
Yeah. Stay here then.
Good.
What is this voice of reason nonsense going on here?
I know, right?
The rest of the party is just staring at this woman in awe, like, where have you been all our lives?
Finally, some direction.
Holy shit! You're not running by the seat of your pants at all.
Yeah, I mean, she is, very high intelligence, very high charisma, very ancient deity. She knows what she's about. Yeah.
I mean, she's not the first ancient, intelligent, charismatic deity we've met, but she clearly has her head more on straight than them. And she's supposed to be just lost in horny posting.
Oh,
Who vanish?
Hedrah.
Oh, bye, Hedrah. Rest in peace.
Dope.
Nope, she went fully offline. Oh dear.
Yeah, her
I see her
internet's
typing
been...
in the Roll20. Apparently, it's just Discord this time.
Oh,
Ah, okay.
yeah. Saracina will reach up and just cram the rest of her little veal cutlet into Shot's mouth. And dust her hands off. Alright, kids, pack your bags. Let's get going. Go
Alright,
upstairs and get her
guess we
things.
should- Yeah, I guess that is it.
There you are.
Welcome back.
People,
Hey.
Alright. Saracina will
yeah, sorry, I
drag a
just
lot of
heard.
you downstairs to the teleportation circle.
Okay, I just heard everything just went stupidly quiet, like,
Yeah, no, we were just in awe of your presence. Stunned silence.
Oh, I guess I'll ask Tassie if she wants to come with us, or is she gonna chill here with Tess and with her and Celis? Well, we would be gone for a while.
You guys already have a bunch of people. I will stay here and TP down to Pergolith in like a week or so, and then go up to Greymore with the family.
Okay. Right,
So-
you're gonna bring Celis and Tess with you?
I mean, if we're doing a whole family get together, why not?
I'm gonna lean and take Tassius aside. I'm the whisper to her. Okay, look, if you're gonna take Tess with you,
What? Do you think she's going to fuck all of your wives?
I wouldn't put it. I don't know. I kind of wouldn't put it past her. She's kind of a wild card.
I mean, look,
Wildcard is pretty good.
if they weren't my wife's wives, totally. But I think she knows not to touch claimed goods.
What do you mean? She's already been in prison once for that.
Yeah, this is definitely Tazzy bullshitting you. I'm like, it'll be fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
God. Okay, but I am gonna beat the shit out of her if she does.
I mean, fair, I guess? Although,
Just not her.
really, Hashat, if you're worried about someone coming in and stealing your wives, clearly you just need to treat us better. I could use a new diamond ring and some necklaces, and I know Hala's been looking at a new dress.
She just got like 500 gold.
Yes, but it's
True.
not the
It wasn't
same.
bought for her by her wife. That is
Exactly.
correct.
I was planning on doing this as a group thing.
Well, do it as a group thing then. I can wait.
I do have a gift. I do have something to give everybody.
And wait till we're all together. I will make sure everyone's on their best behavior. You know you don't have to worry about a thing.
Okay.
At least as long as Cass is not around.
Cass is not. Is he not as bad? Wait, I want to say he's not as bad as Tess is, but.
You know what would be hilarious?
Clearly, if Celis was dating or married to her for a while, then she has terrible decision making.
I will say this. I just figured out something that is really useful, that is also rather horrifying for people. But you know those cod cages that they can... yeah, you know.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
I'm aware.
tangent did we just get on? I'm sorry,
worried.
what?
I'm imminently worried.
No, listen to this. You know those cod cages that,
Yeah.
what was it, like big prisons or whatever you call them?
Yes.
Okay, listen to this. If you make it both magical and mechanical, but if you put the lock in and have a secret word, I suppose, and if somebody tries to dispel it, spikes goes in.
Fuck!
That's fucked.
No, but listen, that way they can't magically remove it. They can't use like wizardry shit.
That's still
to, like-
torture.
That is
Yeah, but
that is unethical.
That is an unethical thing to do to a penis.
Guess he's gonna put a
Yes.
hand on like, Ursula, if you don't stop talking, I am casting mad milky memories on you. No, stop.
Wait.
I hate all of this. Be quiet.
Who knows that spell? I thought only Cass knew that spell. Cass.
It is Cass.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
Cass.
Cass wiggles his fingers dangerously.
Please don't. I'm already going to get so very, very, very milky.
I'm
Don't need
talking
any
Ursula.
more.
Yeah. And I'll cast it on you just for fun.
No, please
yeah.
don't.
It's how he wants to drown.
But Hashat, I'm so hungry.
It's a win-win situation for Cass.
Yeah, that is kind of the bane of Hashat's existence. She still can't figure out how to actually make me not do anything.
It's hard because how do I punish you?
He grins mischievously. Come on.
No head pats, no cuddles, no pussy.
But I want those things.
Why it doesn't work
That's
as a punishment.
punishing me.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you don't have any other people you love right? That you can show that affection to, right?
You can't play choosy with your fucking wives, though. That's fucked.
Hashat sighs into she. Okay, let's get going.
But yeah, out of character, that would be the easiest way to stop somebody.
No, stop!
No.
I
Cast it. Cast the spell.
I said out of character.
I'm
Don't fucking
saying,
try.
shut the
Okay,
fuck
yeah.
up.
Yeah, no. Look, Hedrah, my brain. It's not a pleasant thing to think about.
Hmm.
All right. And
Hey,
so,
this.
the
Holy shit.
yes,
Yep.
here's your requisite nostalgia trip.
Such an
Why
old
is it-
map.
This is the remake.
Is it?
I mean, it is the same map. I've just changed some of the symbols on it because I have new clip art. But yeah,
Ah.
like in fact, I can.
Hey, wait a second. That's the great. Wait, that's been changed to the grave of Tiamat. That's where the giant
Yeah.
orb was.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
It does have a different symbol on it now.
Yeah, and I will remind you that that is where, what's it called? The Worm of World's End went to die.
It is. I mean, I'm sure that orb. I mean, I know that that orb's not there anymore. That orb is almost certainly in the Holy City now.
Is it though? Is it really?
I mean, I would expect it to be. I can't imagine. I mean, I can't imagine Senatrea leaving that there unless she literally can't move it.
Don't forget the crystal fucking dragon that's there too.
I don't think the Crystal Dragon's gonna put up much of a fight. It is a mystery, and we have no reason to ever go there.
Yeah, your characters have no idea about some weird dragon orb. That's silly.
I think
No, only not too much.
I think only 2 people know that thing exists now.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like Celadry and Skeza. And, you know, the various brain hangers on like Clear. Anyway, when you teleport to Pergolith, you are once again greeted by the subterranean vaults of Libram Hall, but instead of a weary mage guard sitting there, you find a pretty little fox with scruffy red hair and a single arm waiting for you.
Oh, hey, guys. What a weird coincidence that I'm waiting here at the exact same time that you appeared.
That is weird. Who are you? And how did you know we were going to be here?
She will pout and Ursula droop. Look, I get that you do a lot of stuff, but we've met like twice, 3 times.
Hi,
Name's
Koinu.
Koinu. Yeah, hell yeah.
Guess
You
we
with the
should
big
high
old
five.
brain. And thank you for placing that high five on the correct side of my body.
Yeah, because I'm not a jerk.
People just make the mistake a lot.
Most
I mean,
people
they
are
used
jerks.
to right-handed people, but you know. Yeah, I helped you with, you know, Torna.
Oh.
I also did a lot of the background research on some of that stuff, and I've been preparing for that guy over there's great big fucking super weird war thing.
Tarnavak's party?
Hell yeah. There are, you know what? I thought that our dossiers were perfect. They aren't. Hi there. I don't know you. She will hold out a hand to shake Saracina's.
Hello, dear. He grips your hand tightly, and you feel a tremendous amount of strength and warmth flowing into your body. Her
Ah,
very touch is clearly magical.
do I know you?
Not yet, although you
Eh,
could get to know me very, very well.
our eyes are widened. I have promised to be very, very careful. I've got a lot of daughters to put through college.
She sniffs the air slightly. Ah, yes, that's what I was smelling. Delicious.
College?
No, so many daughters.
Oh,
I'm so proud of you.
thanks. The story is not supremely romantic. I was in a Mithrin temple with a bunch of girls that I was dating, and we got high and drunk, and they gave me a potion and dick, and the rest was history. Why am I telling you all this?
People
Fair.
have a habit of telling me all sorts of things about their intimate lives.
Oh, right.
It's a blessing.
Koino?
Yeah, hello,
Koino?
Ursula.
Hi. Koino, Saracina, primordial of earth and fertility. Saracina, Koino.
I didn't know you were alive. Congratulations.
I am. Blame Hashat.
Hey, nice one. I mean, you guys have a, a steadily thickening folder. I might have to slide a punch card over to them. Any other weird things you got up to that I can would really expedite a bunch of stuff and I get a finder's fee for information that's interesting?
Uh, hmm.
Does how many babies Hashat's full of count as interesting?
Full of? On my record, she did not have a sliz, but that would not surprise me if she's gotten one recently. And yes, before you ask, she'll point at the rest of the party. Records do, in fact, identifying features like that as likely as they are to change when it comes to people who adventure for a living. I am well aware, Wax Foxtail.
Well,
We just
branded.
killed a valley full of undead monsters.
The valley, would this be a particularly stormy valley for which it's named?
Yeah. There's no more undead there. They're all dead. Every last
Uh,
one of them.
We know the storm happened, just because that's interesting news in pubs around here that like there was earthquakes and big flooding. You caused earthquakes, big flooding? And I didn't know personally about any undead there, but I guess it's because it's kind of far off. And you dealt with that?
Oh yeah, there was this group of whites that thought they would claim the valley as their kingdom. We disagreed and made it rain holy water across the whole valley, and now there are no more undeads.
Did you do that with the goddess friend you have? One of the many goddess friends you apparently have.
Different goddess.
Okay.
They didn't invite me.
Oh, that's a shame. Then again, I don't think you want to make a whole bunch of undead pregnant.
That's where
I don't
you're
think-
wrong.
Come on, surely they're all rotty and stuff.
There are plenty of undead who are perfectly reasonably intact.
Like vampires.
Yes, even most whites. Imagine the
Squints.
blessing on a poor little vampire with its impotent dick.
I didn't think
Never mind.
that was possible for a vampire.
It's not. Yet.
Just Will Smith present literal god
Sa-
of earth and fertility.
Saracena, please don't make dampiers.
You know,
I don't think we need that.
I vaguely remember your little elf friend mentioning he had a vampire friend around here. Maybe we could go try with her. Koinu, dear. Where's the nearest
Yeah.
vampire? Take me to her. I have experiments to
I-
run.
We are kind of have a number of things to do already.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, the extant vampire population of Pergolith cannot be confirmed or denied, and I certainly do not know their locations. Mostly because I never looked at their records. Not relevant to me.
A shame.
Do you know how much cramming I've had to do over, like, 4 months, I think it's been?
I would love to hear all about your experience cramming, yes.
Oh. Going
Down
scratches
here.
her head.
Down.
Fine,
This is going
I
to be an
will.
interesting journey. I hope you've got space for me to come along.
Are you looking to travel with us? Or are you here to keep tabs on us to make sure we don't get into too much trouble?
Do you want the honest answer or the second honest answer?
I'd prefer an honest answer.
Mama needs a fat fucking payday. I have a lot of kids.
I know that feeling.
And traveling with you and your increasingly ever larger portfolio of world-changing events is probably pretty profitable. Plus, also, I'm pretty sure you guys have a destination once you arrived here in Pergolith, so I was told to
We've
keep
got
you
a
company.
bunch. Lots of
Yeah.
destinations.
I mean, destinations for the matter with which I've been hired. Sure, look to Tarn and Finger Pistol.
Oh, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about what Tarn's plans are.
Well,
really.
then let
Did he
the
not
man
tell
speak
any
for
of you about the
himself.
lab?
He's right there.
Yeah. You have a
Look,
destination here in Pergo, right? That we found?
yes. Got a
Well,
broker to speak to for directions, but been looking into the Emperor's Lost Laboratory and should have uncovered the location.
nice. Although I could probably turn up who your information broker is, I only had like 30 minutes to prepare before you guys got here and crammed as much as I could. That was not part of it. Could you lead the way, please, Mr. Tarnavak?
You go handle that. I'm gonna go visit the temple.
Ah, yes, we
That
are.
would be for your adopted daughter, sister, wife? I don't know what that relationship is, just that you're her sponsor.
I'm just her sponsor.
Yeah, okay.
I know it's strange,
At
but
the moment.
Hashat is capable of maintaining platonic friendships.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, also it would be kind of fucked up if she were taking advantage of someone who was suffering with a learning disability based on post-traumatic stress.
If you say so.
I do. I can feel that's very humane.
I
Saracena
think
will
maybe.
Oh God. Okay.
take
Hashat.
Hashat on.
Huh?
No,
What?
I will just no, Serena, first and foremost,
What?
no handing out blessing left and right. Okay, I know
It's a
you're going to
Mithrin temple. She's my
I know
favorite
you're
of the
go-
new gods. Leave me alone.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm telling you. Don't throw them out left and right. Like
You are
they're
not my mother.
already.
Leave me alone.
No, but I will smack you with the parchment like I should do.
And
No,
I
La
you
will,
keep
Chancla!
and I will
I will
teleport
s-
you into the sun. So there.
just things like
I don't know.
who's son?
If you're looking to give out fertility blessings, then a Mithrin temple sounds like the right place.
Yes.
Oh, I was hoping
No.
that Saracina's just natural motherliness would do Shale some good. Some good hugs and stuff. Make her feel nice.
I will take good care of your friend, and then I will tongue fuck Zeus' baby mama.
Sweet. Say, Tan, would you like to get coffee while we go to your person?
Sure.
Have fun, you two.
Yep.
Take Ursula with you. She's a buzzkill.
Yeah, Miss Ursula, would you like to come along? It could be dangerous.
Well, yes. And be like, you know what? Let Hashat handle the wandering god of fertility into Mithran Temple.
Oh yeah,
That's on
that
her
sounds like the best
shoulders.
thing. Do you know any people go to a Mithran temple because they want to conceive kids?
Listen to the smart one.
It's not. Yeah, but it's her giving it to everyone.
I can't
Just like
give it to
them.
everyone. I would die. But I will go there and solve however many people's fertility problems I can.
Sounds like a
And
service. Heck, they'll probably pay you for it.
And
Ew.
Hashat can fix your exhaustion.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, have fun with that.
come along, kids. Saracina will take Hashat and Cass's hands and trot on towards the temple, leaving Tarn, Koinu, and Ursula to head towards the information broker. Which,
So, do you guys drink coffee at all? I have found over the past months that I do too much and a lot, but it's also incredibly useful and good.
No, that stuff makes me need to pee a lot.
I had to do the worst training, the kind where you have to lie still and need to go to the toilet for like 20 hours. I never want to do it again.
That. Why? What's the point of making you do that?
Let's put it this way. Have you ever seen a member of Section 1 sort of like snap their fingers and then a shit ton of people just sort of like stand up out of the grass? I mean, you probably personally haven't seen it, but likely heard of it.
Yes.
Less impressive if people have been wetting themselves.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, you got to get really used to just staying focused for an uncomfortably long period of time without using magic either, because it's really easy to tell if people are cheating if you just use detect magic and look out over the portcullis of, whatever place. But yeah, coffee. So walk you to a nice coffee place on the way down to, I don't know where this guy is meant to be.
well, I will show you in just a moment. So I am moving tokens around. There. Turns out, the best place to get a drink around here that is coffee is also where you can meet the information broker. Down at a bar owned by one of Siggy's cousins.
It's probably good that your other friend spill it. Have you been at the milk bar before?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where we found the rehydrated soup.
That makes sense. What happened to the little guy? He sort of, dropped off. Did he just go into business for himself?
Yeah, he has his enterprise in Imperium to do it.
See, like I heard he just, I mean, obviously adventurers come into fat stacks of cash all the time. It was just weird when competition started appearing on the market. It makes sense if it's because he's, taking a break from the adventuring to do that. The Covenstone family is a little bit pissed, but, I think competition is good for business, so hey.
Yeah, there might
Well,
be a
I
little
still
less competition before too long, unfortunately.
Okay.
Uh,
There's just Cobalt life
Jakar just
expectancy.
got mortal.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I really hope that one was a rumor. That is really a shame. You mind if I send a confirmation card out?
Sagiel shrug.
She'll just step away for a moment and like flag a beggar. And wander back over again. Sorry. Carry on. But yeah, no, that sucks. He was really, really nice. I spent some time hanging around at his camp after finishing business in a drain. That sucks. He was a good dude.
Oh yeah, you and Jakar were friends, right?
That's right. I came down when she had a kitty. That's why I was there. She looked a lot like Hashat.
Yeah,
Said they weren't
she's
related, but
Hashat's daughter.
fuck. She
well,
said she wasn't, and I sort of like took it at face value. I really don't
no,
usually do
like
that either.
just the air quote, daughter.
Like Jakard's mysterious experiments daughter?
Yes.
Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, that sucks. I'll have to see if I can do anything for him.
I bet he'd appreciate it. He does have a kid on the way.
Huh. That doesn't surprise me, actually, considering your present company.
This one's not seriously his fault, I don't think.
Oh, okay. It wouldn't be surprising if we were,
I mean, yeah, but... No, I think his wife's like 3 months out.
Oh, sweet. Eh. Anyway, wandering into the milk bar.
Yeah. And once you all get your drinks, you can find a portly, well-dressed fellow who Tarn will recognize as the broker who put him in touch with an adventuring party, who does indeed have a message for Tarn sent down to him from the mountains. Tell you that there is, indeed, a hidden lab in the mountain directly behind the Temple of the Worm. There seems to have been some effort to connect the two with a bridge, but it was never completed during the war, and so the party was able to use that to track down where this secret lab is from the remnants of this old bridge. He'll add that, as far as he knows anyway, the party hasn't found any way in and couldn't figure out how to open the door even if they wanted to. So good luck.
Who needs luck? They have me with them.
I'm sure. Well, in that case, I'll just wish you success.
Out of character, something just dawned on me. How much, like, the fact that the World of Worms said and all that shit changed
It's a good
and history
question.
adjusted.
Um,
Yes, yes. But that means, what about Winter's Island, Winterhold?
you mean his vacation house? I don't know if he goes there anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing, because Tazran fucked it up, but the history changed Tazran, and how that ended.
Did it?
No, Tazran still was the one of World's End. The circumstances of why he passed was different, but really it was his family that changed.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Did he then actually go and burn it all down? What changed? We don't know. That's the thing.
Mm.
And given the fact that Winter is still here, like we haven't, like reconfirmed, because he has been, well, he's partially affected by the whole timey-wimey bullshit.
Clearly another Resident bomb. That, I guess, is possible. Does that mean my mom didn't get face fucked in the retcon?
I mean, she doesn't get hot face fucked. The question is by whom?
Well, yeah, obviously. Look, Mira was very, very charming, and by that, they were all very drunk and she had a knot.
It's a pretty convincing argument.
Oh, yeah.
See, there's the lab. As far as your broker knows, the party is still out there, trying to find some way in for you, but no luck so far.
I will say it's a trick and a half, but that means we get to see Mordenthal. Sweet.
I mean, if you want to go through all the mountains, you could just go up, like, here.
We
Oh,
could
there's that.
rent a skyship to drop us off. You guys can teleport amongst you, right? I mean, I just saw you teleport, so obviously, but
Well, other character, I was thinking the fact that it probably is a fucking established river, not river, road by now.
you know how hard building a road is in the mountain with the modern technology we have now? Magic can only do so much, and it would still make things prohibitively expensive. I fucking doubt that.
You know, it's like the sheer cliffs kind of stop around here, so it's just river boats up to Kiris Village, and then you kind of like donkey up to Mordenthal, because it is well up in the mountains.
Yeah, it was a dwarven stronghold, so I take it the goddamn dwarves will be like, you know what? Let's connect it to our fucking helpful goddamn neighbors who got this shit back for us.
I don't know. That still sounds like it costs money, you know? All that time spent mining through the mountains is time not being spent mining for money.
You mean all the money they had beforehand?
Say it like a dwarf wants to stop making money. That doesn't
Well,
line up at all.
Yeah, but they had to first clean out all the goddamn goblin fuck out of the place.
It's fine. I'm sure
And
Backy
after-
just like invented saran gas or something and just dumped it into Mordenthal.
Ugh.
Well,
Yeah. When
I
you
was-
say clean up goblins, you just mean literally with like fucking
No.
mops,
Yeah, just-
brooms,
No.
and masks.
I said goblin funk. Remember, the goblins on our fucking side. They helped with that city retaking it.
Yeah, and then someone had to do something about them.
Yes,
Can't
they
just
moved
leave them
down.
around. They're goblins. Stink up the place.
Yeah, that's what Shadowpike is for. Remember, they moved down to there with the Goblin King.
Yes, they did. The Goblin King and the 70 Minotaurs, which are now more like 700 or 800.
which is a fucking
Hey.
division of the Shadowpike Defense Force.
They still don't know
I
why
wonder-
why the division of Minotaurs is called the Queen's Spear.
I wonder if any of those Minotaurs would want to
Immigrate to a new continent.
to a new land, to a new area. There's
I
this nice
mean-
new city.
Listen, they already have a very nice settlement there.
That's true.
And it's right next to Crystalhorn and Shadowpike and Pergolith. And also they're allowed to practice their communism in peace.
And they're right next to the fucking naked elf, fucking fungus smoking whorehousery. Why the fuck would they go to the other side of the continent to some goddamn boondock middle ass fucking nowhere bullshit without a communist?
all you need to do is tell-
literally the good
Yeah.
shit there.
Yeah. Well, it turns out some capitalist adventurer made it big and has a beautiful idyllic island. And I hold the capitalist friend. I will pass. Conrad would not approve. Tess screams, I know Conrad! He was a crazy old man! All he did was throw torches!
Oh, Merzendi's dead.
Don't.
Merzendi's power went out. Oh dear.
I thought
Okay.
you'd been quiet
Oh,
for
that
that.
does. Yeah, that does explain it. But then,
You
in
know
this
what?
case,
I bet it cut out when she said "oh" and it ended real quickly, and then she never said anything else.
That would make sense, yes.
Yeah. In this case, the Minotaurs are like, you have no power here.
That just doesn't hurt to ask. I mean,
It's true. You could ask.
Yeah, you absolutely
maybe
could.
someone
just post a fart.
wants their own land, or
I mean, they have their own land. It's a question
I
of
mean,
do you want
yes.
different land?
You want
Yeah.
different land.
Do they want away from their fucking neighbors for whatever reason? Which is also a possibility.
Yeah, are you fed up
Neighbors
with being
suck.
surrounded by
I would
goblins?
be up for the Minotaur worker visa, you know? What is that? I get an Avaran green card, I'm in.
It's true. Navarra is a nice place to live.
If someone wants to start a farm or start, or
So
I mean, I need
the real tack to go with
supplies and-
is it's less taxes in Navarra.
Yes.
There you go. Suddenly all the Minotaurs are just stampeding over there.
Yeah, but the difference is, though, there's a lot of land
I know.
that they can
Plains.
be out here.
The Duchy of
Roaming.
Pergolith is actually like relatively quite empty.
Yeah.
It's
It's lots of-
suffered
it's
from
just-
There's
severe
so much
depopulation.
land.
Stuff.
It's literally the fucking bread basket of the
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah, this is-
kingdom.
Like every single hex that is blank is just full of farm.
Like hyper productive farm as well. But, like, this
Yeah.
place is just, you never go hungry here.
Yeah, Igniferous is not going to be a farming center of the continent. It's there's definitely an industry. What with all the iron and tin, and I don't know it's oil, but I know it's oil. There's oil in them there hills.
Well, that won't be particularly useful for a few more hundred years, but
True.
Like,
when the
It's a lot of
Pergothian
like
mechanized cavalry needs to come through and get some supplies, then you're going to be in business.
They start looking like all the fucking Final Fantasy mech riders.
Yeah.
Kina, it's full of coal. That's what we know.
Also,
Oil.
coal. Oh no,
Yeah, the
no.
coal is valuable.
I know there's
now.
coal. No, I know. Everyone knows there's coal, but Hashat knows there's also tin and iron and some weird thick black ooze.
Very flammable ooze.
I swear to God, I heard it's full of coke, and I was like, well, we are in Pergolith, yes.
Oh yeah, while you're here,
Well,
be sure to stock up on your anti-fear supplies.
Oh shit, that's true.
It is true.
Now is the time.
Well, Savin, you know that coke is a cold fuel.
Yes, of course, Coke in that sense.
Yeah,
Behold, the Coke oven. It's not fucking cocaine. No.
Wow.
yeah.
I was still
It's
assuming you
a
just meant coke. I was like, I don't get it. Right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Coke is in the Coke oven.
Fair. All right.
It is also a fuel for parties.
and a
see.
fuel for an industry.
That being said, let's do Hashat and Shale, and then I think next time you guys will be ready to go, pretty much.
I think so.
What seems so?
And we'll go
we
to
need
Mortenthal,
Yes, you have
And
two
then-
ways you could get to this place.
trek through the laboratory,
Yeah,
the mountain.
you could either go like directly through the mountains upriver, or you could just cut around and then there's a valley up here.
Yeah, there is a valley.
Either way is
That
Or
might be
airship.
better.
that's
Sure, I
also
could book
true.
an airship
You
just to go
are
out there.
at Pergolith, and Siggy is a Lion Fang and Cass. You could just get an airship. It
That
honestly
that was
probably
Queenie's first
would not
suggestion.
cost
You guys
you
could
anything.
rent an airship, and you don't even have to like keep them for a return journey. It's just a drop off because you guys can teleport.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Siggy, Cass, and a Section 1 agent, I don't think you would need to roll or pay anything. You can just borrow the Lion Fang itself. The great airship Lion Fang is literally moored like right outside the city at all times. You could just unhook it
Yes.
and put her up.
that would greatly expedite our
expedient.
fucking journey to here and also to Alria.
That's true. You could continue on from there to Illyria and then even back to fucking Greymore.
Shit, this actually sounds like this is actually the best idea. This is actually the best way to do this. This
I
would make
imagine
this
everyone on
way
that ship.
easier.
Yeah, I imagine everyone on that ship also gets super nervous when they're like, "Oh yeah, Lion Fang wants to borrow the ship." They're like, "Oh yeah, awesome. We do this for every Lion Fang." This Lion Fang's carrying the sword of vengeance. They're like, "Oh no." There's still there's scorch marks on this fucking ship from the last time a Lion Fang with a sword of vengeance borrowed the ride.
I will say this. Hedrah thinks that that's the min-max optimal thing. Ursula, I think that's the worst fucking idea.
Yeah, it's fine. Ursula
Oh yeah,
could just
you
do a
don't
whole
like
bunch of,
flying.
Ursula could just do a whole bunch of cocaine about it. You're in the perfect place for dealing with that.
Coke Bear, Coke Bear, Coke Bear.
Coke Bear. Oh god.
You've seen how powerful Cocaine Bear is. Cocaine Bear wouldn't be afraid of flying.
Cocaine Bear is CR20. Ursula's also probably CR20.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ursula's like CR20.
Yeah, that's a thing though. The Cocaine Bear was on the fucking ground. He wasn't.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be afraid of flying.
I don't think Ursula would be a CR20 encounter. She doesn't do enough damage.
She would be if you
do enough damage.
So remember,
Ursula
CR
would
is
work
bullshit
as CR.
though.
Yeah, CR20 just means that
True.
a monster will survive against an adventuring party for like a set amount of time and or threaten at least one or two of those party members. And then if you give her like the Whirlwind legendary action, she's like even more potent and competent. Yeah,
You'd
Ursula's
have
like
to,
CR20.
you'd have to give her some legendary actions.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
Her
barbarian
legendary
themed
actions are called
legendary
having
actions.
a party.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I can imagine the Ursula solo CR20 encounter, and it involves harpooning people and like just being extra resilient and getting
not
heals.
not to mention
Mage Baning.
She would she would definitely have a legendary action for throwing a Mage Bane pot at somebody.
All
Yeah,
legendary
she's
actions that are just all of her fucking consumables. As a reaction, Ursula consumes a potion from her belt.
As a legendary action, Ursula consumes a potion that's worth more than her encounter's treasure drop.
Yep. The real challenge of the CR20 Ursula fight is trying to defeat the world's tankiest bear before she consumes all of the potions that were meant to be your payout.
Oh, yeah.
Not gonna lie, that is hilarious. And yes, her weapons are very anti-caster.
I mean, they're just
She may not be-
anti-Ursula dying. She's so fucking tough.
Yeah.
It would take a
Shit.
long time to kill
Wow.
her.
And she could get through a lot of potions if she were doing them as legendary actions.
Yup. Alright. So,
Yeah,
Mars,
she-
while you were
she-
gone, the party has realized that they have a Cass and a Siggy and a Section 1 nerd. Unless you have a objection to it, I think they're just gonna borrow Pergolith's airship and just kind of hutter on up the lab and then Illyria.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Excellent.
Can we pretty please just stop at Mordenthal?
To like refuel, take on some mail.
Well, that's actually a very good idea. But also the fact it is the ancient dwarven capital, and Ursula didn't have a chance to go visit it last time we were here.
Makes sense. I don't necessarily mind.
What does the GM do? Because I have fucking nothing prepared for Mordenthal.
That's true. I mean, it could always be like fucking Discord chatted out that one just to get that interaction in.
Yeah, it would literally
It's
just
a
be
nice
like,
story thing to do.
you pop into Mordenthal and you get to see the sights.
Yeah. We can type out what we get up to. I'm sure there's a plenty of like fucking around we could actually do in Mordenthal, but it's not under a time constraint for.
Speaking of range. Okay, yeah. Siggy has no problem like getting the airship like day of.
And they're probably looking for a reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
If I
say
had an
that, but
airship,
like
I would.
this airship's been turned like into a museum that's floating outside the town, so it does normally like take some time to get it ready to fly. But you know, there's a lion
Call it
thing. Like,
post
give me the shaft.
renovation, you know.
Yeah. All right. So, last but not least, Hashat and Saracina and Cass go and visit Shale and the Temple of Mithras, where, as is per usual, the kindly priest who handles the special cases will go and fetch Shale, who will come and give her big comfy cow a great big hug. And then Saracina like does a tiny little lip quiver and gives her a big hug as well.
Yeah,
Aw.
big hugs for Shale.
How does Saracina handle Golem Friend?
Oh god, the closet golem.
Yeah, Closet Golem.
You know what? You're right. Hold on. Let's see.
Well,
There's
if
no way she
it's
doesn't
of
get along
Earth,
with Closet Golem.
Yeah. Once she is done hugging on Shale and filling the poor little orc with motherly warmth, she will go and step into the closet, and you will hear some groaning, stone grinding noises. And then she will come back out and give you a smile.
She fucked the shit out of Stone Friend. that Golem got its rocks off.
But
Thank you. Thank you.
Tish.
That was entirely
She's
for
terrible.
that. Thank you.
But yeah, all she will do is just give you a little smug smile. Surely there is nothing to worry about. And yeah, you and Shale can spend the rest of the afternoon together whilst the party is getting their airship ready. Is there anything you would like to bring up with Shale while you're here?
I just wanted to see how she's doing and see how how she is.
She is doing well, and in fact, a large part of her nervous stutter has begun to fade,
Oh, that's good.
Aww.
becoming progressively more conversant. Oh, goodbye, Merz.
There. Well, goodbye.
Yep.
Slain once
There's-
again.
There is a place for her to go now. Like after when things are gone, she could come stay with, I don't know, me and my family. There, if she wants. I mean,
She would love that.
there's a great big warm underground city where
Didn't you have a
that I
keepsake
rule.
for her? From her
keepsake?
sister?
Oh gosh.
That's
Oh dear.
right.
Oh dear. And does that spark? Yeah, I guess I'll bring that up. And well, I won't bring up the tribe, but I will show her the keepsake and see what happens.
Shale will take the keepsake, rolling it around in her hand for a moment. It seems familiar. She will stare at it intently for a moment, and then you see little tears begin to well up in her eyes.
Oh, baby.
I think you and Saracena probably both, at the same moment, go in for the hug. I have a sister?
Yeah, I found family, other orcs like you that know you.
Miss my family.
Do you remember them? Do you remember your family?
She starts nodding vigorously, holding the little amulet to her chest. Ogres came, took so many of us. Sister managed to get away, but none of the others survived. They ate them.
Well, I found some more. I found others. They are alive.
She is okay.
They're okay.
Her lip quivers, and she will just burst into happy sobs and clutch you tightly.
Oh.
No. Poor precious beebs.
Poor baby.
Baby. Castle, give her little head pats while she's buried in your chest and say, maybe when we're done Greymoor on the way back to Ivara, we could swing her by Stormvale. Just kinda drop her off. I think she's getting close to done here.
Yeah. She could go back to her tribe.
Maybe the nomads will want to come up to our valley. Not so many bad
Oh.
memories there.
That's true. If they want, I wouldn't mind if they wanted to come to Igniferus. There's plenty of room and definitely need of people there.
Well, something to think about for them, anyway.
Yeah.
Mostly, I think Shale just needs to go see your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. Cass and Saracena will both give head pats.
I'll discuss that with the priest there. Tell him about the family of Shales that I found, and if he thinks that it would be all right to take her to them.
So once you're done with Shale herself, you can take the man aside, and I'll say that normally he suggests family come here for a slower exposure, but given the great physical distance involved, and Shale's been making markedly good progress, it would probably be alright.
Okay.
It would suggest, however, keeping her number of contacts at any one time fairly small. Best not to take her to the whole tribe all at once.
Yeah, I'll try that. Try to make sure she doesn't get overexposed.
And
Won't
as
be for a bit still. We have other things we have to get done, have to do. It'll probably be at least 2 or 3 weeks before we are back.
he will nod understandingly, and as he's doing so, you can see Saracena slinking away towards the Mithrin Temple itself. Bueno.
Oh dear.
That's if she even needed to make a test. Come on.
It's more about what she can get away with than if she gets away with anything.
Ah.
Oh, Saracena. What am I going to do with you?
Bend her over and fuck her?
I do. I want to. I do. I really want to.
That's an excellent idea.
Eureka.
Calm down there, Jamie Lannister.
Oh, please. I've been over this.
Yeah, they are such a hilarious number of generations apart.
And so, yeah, once the party is finished getting their milk on or petting orcs, can reconvene at the airship dock. In fact, actually, probably while Hashat's doing that, Cass is going to run up to the Duke's residence and actually say hi to his parents.
Yeah, he should probably say hi to his folks.
You should probably say hi to your parents-in-laws as well.
Yeah.
You know, that's also a fair point.
Yeah.
So yes, you
Good thing
can.
Nahia isn't here, or she could add another milk to the collection.
No.
No.
Unless you're talking
Jeez.
about Cass's sister, in which case,
The sister,
maybe.
obviously. It's just,
I mean, look.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, she's clearly in the realm of a maybe, and Nahia came really close to making that mistake.
I mean, listen. Cass's mom is really fucking cute.
I mean, yeah, Cass's mom
She
is
is.
excellent, but she is in a committed relationship.
It's true. Lindsay also pretty goddamn cute.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Lindsay at the time was not in a committed relationship and had been, you know. Oh.
Shut.
Also,
Shut really.
also a mum, also a MILF with damage, you know. Again, Nahia's type.
Hush. God damn. Cass, your mom is too hot.
Cass will just
Castons know
like
what's up.
pinch your ear. You leave her alone. I'm going after your mom.
But she's, please, she's safe from me. I wouldn't dare. I'm just saying. Your dad's a lucky man.
Goddamn right he is. Anyway, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Let's get going.
Yeah, the party can pile onto an airship and get ready to putter along.
Did you have fun at the temple, Saracena?
I did, thank you for asking. And I left a present for your little orc.
Oh?
Hmm. Indeed. But you'll just have to
Orlum
wait till
now has
next time
tits.
we go to see what I've done.
Well, it'll be a few weeks, but this should be interesting.
It's gonna be very gingerly crawling over the plank onto the fucking ship.
Oh dear.
Koinu will probably offer Ursula a bump of cocaine.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen. I'll already be thrown off a fucking mountain. I don't trust people with anything.
I
Ursula,
can't throw you off a mountain with cocaine.
Ursula,
No, but you can throw
Ursula.
me off a fucking ship here. God damn it, I'm trusting the one with the ship.
Ursula,
Alright.
would you like the ability to fly on your own? That way you are not beholden to the vagaries of an airship.
I mean, like, permanently? Or like,
Well, for long enough for us to get to Mordenthal, probably.
I'm just gonna just death grips the fucking mast. I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Ursula. Scooch up. She's gonna just like put a hand on your butt and lift you up off the ground for a moment. And then she's gonna cast Wall of Stone on the deck around the mast. Set you back down. There you go. Have some stone. That'll make you feel better.
Okay, not gonna lie, it does. Oh, thank you.
Skyrock.
She scruffles your ears. Atta girl.
No, this is not a sky rock. It just pops open the side and just rocket floats out on the rope there. This is a sky rock.
Oh, I love your rock friend. She is precious. He is precious. What?
Uh,
No, you know what? I
he.
shouldn't gender
It's
your
a-
rock. Oh, it's a he. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Rocky.
That. I should have guessed that name. I was gonna go with
And
Brixton.
this. Oh no, this is Brick. You
Oh, hey.
pulls out Brick.
Fair enough.
Let's Brixton back.
So Rocky and Brixon. Alright, excellent.
Yeah.
Alright, well, for now, what do you say we get some XP and then go to bed?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure thing.
Alright. It is session 154. And then it's been an extra, what is it, 2 days? It's almost the end of May. Did you explore a new interesting location for the first time? I don't think you went anywhere new.
No, I don't think so.
Discover an interesting truth about the
Mm.
world.
I mean, I guess what I learned was technically out of character, so I shan't say.
Alright, did you make a new ally or a lasting enemy?
Well, I don't know about what shit Merce learned over there because it was like an hour late.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we made any allies or enemies.
Nope.
Does getting Blythe not count?
Oh yeah,
Did you? I feel like we
we
counted
never
Blythe
scored her in
early.
because she wasn't
Okay.
until we.
Yeah, if we haven't
succeeded.
scored her in that, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
For
that's a
sure.
very good point. Yeah, she wasn't our ally because we hadn't actually succeeded.
Yes. Okay. Did you advance or complete a quest?
Blythe quest.
Yeah. Got Blythe quest. You've actually given Shay her amulet back and restored her memories of her tribe. Did you discover a new page in a companion story? Why, yes, we have Section 1 Agent Koinu here.
What's up?
So that sounds like...
Secret Agent Fox.
3
She is
XP.
James Bond.
How many tails does Gwyn have anyway?
I don't know. She got her one tail turned into a foxtail, then she got the ears, and then she got another one. I don't remember what that did. I think it just gave her butt.
Tail.
Oh no, she'd already had. I don't know that she actually got extra tails. I think she had the one, and she only got 4 tears. Maybe she had another one then.
Mm. If you don't remember, then I think she just has the one.
I think it's just the one foxer tail. Yeah,
Cute. All right.
she's Fox Classic.
3 XP, buddy. And if you're watching on stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We will see you in a few days for more adventures in the demon-infested hellscape that is the Dark Manor. Till then, adios, and do take care.
Bye stream, bye YouTube.
Oh no, I have to
Bye,
prep
guys.
again.